Yes, I will give thanks and praises unto the Most High, Ra, and to the waters above and the waters below. We give thanks, for every living thing upon the face of the earth. We give thanks for the trees, for the bees, for the honey, for the raw milk. We give thanks for the fishes. Yeah, serving us continually. Yeah, we give thanks every time for man and woman, young and old, for all races, all humanity. Yeah, we need unity, We say unity, We give thanks. All right, my name is Kongo Wattu, aka Awonyola, the divinity of wealth. You understand? The only man. One man, running it. Yeah, man. No sponsorship, nothing at all. So we give thanks for our life. You understand? Radical, rebel, militant, Number 11. I don't know. Solomon Kwabena Buedi, original name by birth. Yeah. Numerological number, master number 11. You must know that. An inspirational master teacher. The light. Light. 11. Jesus. 11. Messiah. 11. I don't know. We give thanks. Yeah. Welcome. As you can see, full of joy. Full of joy, inner joy. Why so? It's because of what? The dopamine. The DMT is flowing too much. Can't control myself. The joy. You understand? And you can also assess it. You know what I mean? You don't need to go and smoke. You don't need to go and smoke crack. You understand? You don't need to sniff something. You know what I mean? You have to just open up your mind, expand your consciousness, and then let this gift coming in. That is what we call Santa Claus. That is all about Santa Claus. You know what I mean? The gift from the North Pole. Milk and honey. You understand? Melatonin and serotonin. The holy master teacher, esoteric master teacher, everything. Babalao, esoterically. You understand? The holy Babalao without a shrine. You know what I mean? We sacrifice within. You understand? Upon Ebedi. You better rejuere muano na yekuno na yedi ama ya because ye na ya bosom no. Ye bono esa na tie. Na ye obo ye hwe obo no na ye som no. The heart, which is the earth, is the same words that they turn it upside down. Heart, you understand? H-E-R-T. If you rearrange it, it is earth. Your heart is the earth. And so you must sacrifice on your heart. That is the altar. You understand? The magnetic field. That is why the heart, the frequency of the heart, and that of the earth is the same, 7.8 hertz. That is what we call Schumann resonance. Go and ask any doctor. When they put a so-called machine called EKG on you, boom, 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 that frequency, is the same frequency on top of the earth. It is called free electrons. So you need free electrons in order for you to expand your consciousness, in order for you to, magnetize yourself. And it was so for all the prophets of old who were living upright. You understand? They had good aura. So the magnetic field, and never expand it, and never man skin effect, and never man with near effect. Prophet, you need be anyone man on your face. So when you see a prophet who looks ugly, he's not a prophet. You understand? A prophet must look good all the time, anytime, all day. You understand? The more you grow, the more you look good. Can't you see the trees? Have you seen an ugly tree before? Ugly mango tree before? Ugly neem tree before? Have you seen an ugly lion before? The more you grow, the more you're supposed to look good. It's simple, so don't let any doctor fool you. Anybody come and fool you with this so-called concept of aging, and so, oh, you are aging and all those kind of things, and you're supposed to rank with the 40 or 45 and when your prostate into corner mia or show. And your examination, but some of you are mon corner mia and you know, colonoscopy, thromboscopy. Bon kona ya nye examination na makoda ho na ye miamia mo na ye de inside rewura mo na ye de rewura papa penimu akoda ho no ya share gloves na ye de rewura ho no na oblidi akola kuto de inside finger o also your examination. You don't need that. You understand? You don't need that. You don't need that. You understand? This is the true wealth. When I say health is wealth, this is the true wealth. Your body. This is the temple of the Most High. So you must not destroy this temple. This is your soul. You understand? This is your car. And the spirit is the spirit is what drives the soul. The spirit is the breath. Ruach. That's it in Hebrew. You understand? And pneuma in Greek. You understand? Greek. Pneuma. That's why we have pneuma. You know what I mean? Pneumonia. Yeah, pneumonia. What I say, it means that you are lacking the breath. So you cannot breathe. Pneumonia. You understand? Your lungs is shorting of oxygen because you are lacking the spirit, which is called the breath, pneuma in Greek or Hebrew, ruach. You understand? Yeah. I wish I know the word in Islam too. I could have mentioned that one. And hum, the hum. You understand? Yeah, hum. Aha. Sonnet, yes. Hum. Krong, hum. It's very holy, and you must protect it at all costs. All right? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So we give thanks. We continue today with our major minerals. As last time, we did cover the major minerals starting from calcium and phosphorus and magnesium. You understand? And then we are going to continue with potassium. Very, very important. Sometimes we don't go hospital. No matter say potassium, kidney for upright movement. Yeah, we give thanks. Everything is all right. I'm going to answer your questions, but let me just cover the rest of the major minerals, and so I'll make it snappy. Okay. And then my bro for naba snappy. All right. Ain't you know? Oko hospital, I say kidney for, and I owe kidney, and I owe I say me owe kidney, like I own kidney there. Oh, many animals antipo. Hey, me crow wolf kwankasa. Kuma se bo ai tano we fie, tano konfo no, mi fie no wo. Sade to ya mi auntie. I say Kanga, I say me wo kidney. Na only kidney anka o there. Obia wo kidney. Why? Yeah. Yes, me nya liver. Na unya liver anka o there. Obia wo liver. Ai, sanity. Wo liver, wo kidney. I want to say. So we give thanks. But you almost person much trying to say when your kidney failure, and I say when your kidney disease, and I say, you know what I mean, kidney stones, and so so much them I say. It in here say, mammy DBBA potassium womb and throw when you have potassium, potassium is the most abundant mineral in your body. You need potassium. What you say? But on say Indiana no mo ka kire mo say mamundi no saa nduane no ne nyinaa no yɛ plant based. Nti no mo ka kire say men kodi who kidney problem, I almost say men di pineapple, men di ekutuo. Mama light off. I guess I say men di pineapple, men di ekutuo. Men di kwedu, men di saa nneɛma na ɛyɛ is loaded with potassium. Nti me ba bɛkyerɛ mo ne nti a ɛte saa mame brighten kakra hwɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ yi ana ɛnkyɛ kanea ne bɛba. Why? Wherever we run it from here. And when we send a material, yeah, kanea na ɛnkyɛ bɛba. Let me see. I can use the phone to read because it is dark here. It's almost 6 p.m. Yeah. So they are telling you not to eat foods that contains potassium. You understand? And then they mention all these foods like banana, watermelon, and stuff like that. Into no, why are you confused? Why are you confused? Nti si ano den na medi. Won so mo kan sa no. Omo ntumi anka nkyerɛ wo sɛ kona kodi nam no so mo condemn no. Nti no why basa, why then basa. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll take care of myself. Into why basa? You are confused and you don't know what to do. Say oh, okay. I'm on the abas. I catch them some of the baba. I'm on the kanyana ba. Ain't you know? Uhunya undi. Because I must say, don't eat foods that contains potassium. You understand? And the plant kingdom, the potassium is abundant in the plant kingdom. So what are you going to do? It's in why basa? What are you going to do now? But they will never tell you that you have to do what? Eat meat. That one crap, that's the first thing that they will condemn. Who a kidney problem there, then the namo de mendi namo, mendi nkusiao, mendi saniamano. So why basa uhunya wudi? Well, I'm going to explain everything to you. And time I catch up and say, it's a devil's company, Satan company. What you say? It is Satan company, pharmaceutical. Go check it out. It's drugs, it's poison, it's spells. I don't know more promo too. Into all kind of credit, I don't know more promo too. And I know one day everybody will see this truth. But we have including the president of the land. Because Orankasa crap ya dada no. And that day, the day of the everybody will be okay. Kakra. So, when it comes to the plant world, it is abundance in potassium, for sure, and less in sodium. Kidney also no use sodium and potassium no the age. The kidney uses sodium and potassium to work. You understand? Good. So, if they tell you that stop eating salt because you have kidney issues, and then they tell you that don't take things that contains potassium. Nyama potassium so woman. And nyama potassium woman is abundant. And then aduane Ghana for edi emo benku all those things by a lot of potassium. You understand? Kutuo, pineapple, watermelon is anyama potassium ayemuma. Sisi aso den obedi kwedu ayemuma. Potato, and crap is a potato, potassium, ayemuma. So what are you going to do now? Into say, omunyina no more den. kidney for no omo kidney issue na dialysis for no omo confused omo hu ni ombedi what you say good anka oso mutumi kire o ma ase se wuntumi ndi we na o se upe eduane a potassium ni sodium no and other minerals no enyina no eye perfect ratio na kire se ebi mbroso potassium embroso enchine no embro potassium no so and potassium no so na eden embro enchine no so which is sodium so because so we lack potassium blessed family we lack potassium what will happen unai be hunhun we lack potassium unai be hunhun unai be tatai it is going to left with sodium alone and sodium is going to what hold water and we call it edema into unai be start say aiden ahunhun what you say tatai all right ena se wendi almost on my light of view and se wendi friend saying sodium so which is in chine so in chine ni also the same way potassium no be too much wo because you need the two to be balanced. You see how it is. Into no den aduane na ye the perfect kidney for dialysis for edia umunya problem omo benya the ratio omo betumi aden kidney ni betumi revive biom na wetumi aden filter moja no without going to dialysis. This is science and this is ancestral science. Okay, this is not medical, modern medical science. Entina men chere ni different from any other person. Don't come and tell me say obi ni men chere ba ko obi a ni onu ni men chere ba ko Ghana. Nobody, because I don't teach good and evil. I teach knowledge and understanding, because that's the three that I represent: the knowledge and understanding, not good and evil. Okay, good. Ain't you know? Then food group and a work complete package. Food group ben a work complete package aside from proteins, carbohydrates and fat. Nyen a work complete package. Potassium, any sodium, in chini in suno, a balance. Anyhow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is only meat or all animal products. Nkosiamono contains sodium and potassium, perfect balance. Into no raw eggs now no more. You are going to have sodium, which is in chine, and you are going to have potassium. And also in chine in sua then in chine enim. And untina ye wo frau. Ye wo rivers and lakes. And ye wo then apple. Into apple no insuo inchini ebom inchini nsuo wom sorry inchini nsuo wo then apple mu kwati ase and a river to say tano bensu ni sa na ma no pra omo no inchini enim you understand sa na nipedua no so cells no so no ye wo extracellular fluid na extracellular fluid no eye inchini nsuo ina ye wo intracellular fluid eno no eye nsuo a enchini enim frau eno ntina me ka kira mo se bibia wo wiase bia no ewo yemu se ne akekere wo so bia akekere wa asase we so bibia wo yemu. We are the universe. We are the microcosm of the whole macro. So frau ena ye den intracellular fluid. Nti ye be two element one potassium. Ena then apple. Ena ye extracellular fluid. Na uhia apple no. Uhia extracellular fluid no. Na wa twe ahoden nutrients no, other nutrients no, minerals no wa twe na or the iodine or the ura them the intracellular fluid no mu. Nti say you catch that say enchine nya. Then they supposed to tell you where you can get the perfect ratio. You get me? Where you can get a perfect ratio. Enchine nkobro so na potassium so nkobro so enam pe na be ma wo. All animal products hands down. Nti no say wo nom nkosua mono a when you are drinking raw eggs, you are getting both sodium, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, manganese, sulfur, everything intact, complete. You don't need anything. If you have tasted raw eggs before, you will see that the raw eggs taste salty. It tastes like there's salt inside already. Sanity. Ain't no bibia wo mu dada. Now, you buy nam so red meat as they call it. Nentrinam, any aponchinam, whatever. Ubon say, and also no, it has its own salt already. So when you are eating raw primal, you don't need to add salt to the raw primal. You don't need to add salt. What I say, they still have not overcome. Yeah? Oh, so ace in mommy why? My start to say me burning up. Ascension taking place now. Ain't you know? Yeah, thank you. Ain't you know the extra cellular fluid and the intracellular must be what? Balance. And it is a acid, it is a battery, car battery. There's what? Balance of what? Fluids within the car battery. If there is no balance now, car battery na be run it down. And anything will be on ma, the car battery no run it down. Run it down, not just say electrolyte no, then a swati. Electrolyte no swati. Into also called battery for. Simple. And I say, if you have omo CC battery no na ye bie na ye de insuo acid ni bi egum amount. That is if you don't want to buy a new battery. Okay, this is simple. Into yes, so na ye share ye na ye de ye bibia ifidie. This is a temple man. Ye na ye share ye de ye cars ni bibia. You see how my teachings are very, very simple. Unko school crap wa betimi ase. Even the layman, unko class 1 crap betimi ase. Enya brofo akese. Me kasa me kan brofo a, metimi kan brofo a, ti se we be dictionary mu. But me ye no simple ama obia. And intina me de to about ye ho no sanity. And you know, when it comes to meat, it is perfect. And chine bibia wo mu liver. Bibia will liver mu liver, sodium, magnesium, potassium, bibia ye ban of vitamins so which we will go there later. Fat solubles in a perfect ratio. Vitamin A, D, E, K1, K2. Nina will and on a mammy skin yefe. So if you are wondering why I have beautiful skin, beautiful nails, good eyes, it is because I have fat soluble vitamins within me. And on a man who yefe. If you don't have no fat soluble vitamins, on who yefe. Obe trim, obe wrinkle, woody 50, woody 40. Now what start to say wolf trim. What you say? Obon say hey be more on my bon so mama na trim. When who mama. Omo kasa pe no mama trim. No mo ha no trim. No. It's not supposed to be so. Almost serepe no mo ha no nyina moa. Uhu omani ase a omani ase amoa atwentwem there be nti ya da omashe dark to cover it up there be as it is. If you see me the way I am inside the video, the same way I look. Okay, if we are not talking so crap there and then too much. What you say? Can you no crap no ring light no aye door aye dim light off nearby and into aye dim, but I'm leaving it like that. Once I bright it up, the ring light, you will see that my skin glow more. You understand? Sanity. Aha. So we give thanks. Into the bet you with potassium. A bet you with potassium. I will manage. Say about and say light no call offer. Mama worry. Okay. I say then 3 electrolytes. I do potassium on so no about 3 electrolytes. 3 electrolytes. Potassium, sodium, and chloride are electrolytes. Minerals, also into bracket, minerals, which when dissolved in water, conduct electricity. Wow. Wow. I've already told you. That is the meaning of electrolyte. So electrolyte conduct what? Electricity. Into electricity where you I don't think shock here because a DC current and AC current. AC current in normal yes on and off, One say will so into AC current so you see they will take it. Can say they might even take it. You understand? But we a DC current straight up from the sun and also from the earth and then inside the atmosphere. This is called prana in Hinduism. In the Bible, it is called mana. Okay? And when you go to China, they call it chi. Okay? In Japan, it is ki. Okay? In Igbo land, it is chineke. That's it. And that is what Akan people say. Tumi. Into tumi ewo yemu. Sa tumi no. And on your friend said electrolyte was science. Into you see electrolyte no then sodium, potassium, and chloride. The 3 are very closely related. They always operate in pairs as a what? A positively charged molecule, sodium or potassium, with a negatively charged one, chloride or chlorine. Although all are important, potassium is the key. It is the most important of the 3. And so doctor no catch will say jai potassium eduani D because you have a kidney problem. You see how they fool the people and trick the people so that they will fall for the dialysis, so that you keep on continuing coming to dialysis. If you say dialysis in sika wom, what you say? Obeda so sabo, who sika obeko 3 times in a week. A business that, you know what I mean? Usika, we call 3 times. It's fun. Yes, but I am so high. So excuse me when I'm laughing today. Some person who me laugh time I smile. And yeah, na my word do. In there, me smile actually mo. And ain't you know? Opese we then you continue coming to dialysis. Into your say men di aduane bia potassium wom. Because udi aduane bia potassium wom, you will not be able to do what? To do what? Urinate. Obeta sa no moka wo. Aha. Sa no moka. Obeta okay. Sa no moka. Ain't no men di aduane bia de wom. Potassium wom. Sa nti wo so usuro umpese wo di aduane bia de potassium wom. Okay? Good. And I make a chira mo say you need foods that contains potassium and sodium and any other minerals. But yes, if you go and eat the ones from the plant, the rice, the yams, and all those things, you are going to swell up still because they are not balanced. Me catch them on WhatsApp last time, I think say WhatsApp, yeah, or say many will be atunchia, Madam will be atunchia from UK. Because or the dialysis also. And now buy na me catch them and say, yeah, Betty, opa, mama undi carbs biya na undi na monkwa. Ondi namonkwa na se odi namonkwa me man 7 days pe na ne ho antono a metua ne sika. Okay, 24 hours kura boendu and of me or say, hey, Charlie, I no chop no carbs today, only meat or no crap no raw na me say onya no no wanye raw no raw meat in kwa no wanye what I say aha wanye raw meat so back here or London in your excuses because we are back down you know you want to enjoy with big men you know okodi normal meat alone stuff like that kebabs. Now, I say he felt so good because Onaka sent him how he feels every day as a what? A dialysis patient. He felt so good. He slept so good. Send sorry. And I just several times, no. And yes, sir. So right now, he can see say carbs, no, and the papa. Now me say my catch them dada. My catch was several times. Unjimindi. Who can follow vegans? I catch it several times. Utie me since 2019. Utie me long time anka. By this time, nka one cause dialysis no. And to untie me. Sanity. Truth is an experience. Any argument. And to know obia also what dialysis is so. Obia also what then so. Now catch will say, do not eat any food that contains potassium. No. It's a lie. It is half truth. They're supposed to tell you, yes, not from the plant world, because they are not perfect. They are not what? Complete package. Somebody must eat them to convert everything to become complete so that we will depend on that somebody. That is how nature made it. And it has been there for a long time. And ya wo na wo ba be jeje me. Konako bisa nia oma me ye hunter. Me na ye hunter. Konako bisa ni oma me na ye hunter and a gatherer. And ya me na oba be jeje me. Ye answer na wo agenda ne bae. Ye answer na wo afena we hu say wo so we awakening. Na awakening there. We awakening there wo nam. Was there anything called awakening in 1990s? Was there anything called awakening in 1980s, 1970, 1960? Na cancer was a hunter and lived longer than these modern people. Some live 150, 120, 130. What you say? And then you are trying to tell say nyansan channel. We are spiritual channel because we are awakening, we are conscious, we are transformer. we are sini de baby okay. We nyansan channel. And namonwa na aya want to aso and ababe do so. Obi testosterone level called low anka yanwo papa. Nanka it will end there. Nanka yanwo papa na yambewo. As simple as that. You understand? And so potassium is very important. But you need a potassium in what? In the meat. And you need a sodium in the meat. This is complete. And I can bet anybody. I say, man, I don't argue. I'm not afraid of them. For kidney for bremi. Dialysis for bremi. Obia free dialysis in so. And it's not a good business. It's not a good business for the industry, for the cartels. That be na dialysis ba Ghana. All of a sudden, you have machines there to extract and extort the people. Because they are not telling the people the truth. What you should do so that you will not have dialysis. Remind the people, just like the president reminded the people just recently, that carbohydrate causes problems. I say sugar is a passport to what? Diabetes and cancer. Just like the president said, we need to remind the people, but it is too late. Because agricultural revolution has taken over. Until on to me condemn those foods outright. On to me, or condemn me and we boom marketing na. Obi anyone mo abakoto ebrobium. Obi anyone abakoto emo. Obi anyone mo marketing egu. Sika na ashe. You understand? Ashe. Remember that in 2022, yes, in 2022 there, or 21, I was in Alajo at that time. Oh God, Kongo Wattu. Now memory no crowd of free sanity. A group of scientists from America, you can verify this. Say 2021 na 2022. A group of scientists, but me kind of original FM already, and Sana Amobabeka. A group of scientists from America came to Ghana, and I bet catch there say all the grains now there is something inside. It's a toxin. It is called aflatoxins. Someone will say Kongo Wattu Kasa ya na pese oprove chiremo. So let's go and find out if this article is online. When you have knowledge, it is so sweet, you know what I mean? So sweet. It is so sweet. It is sweet to be root. Yeah. You understand? We give thanks. Oh my, any PDF, but they are not releasing it. They research to the public. They even have a PDF of it. Aha. Anet here. 2021. You see, 2021. The occurrence of aflatoxins and human health risk estimation randomly obtained maize from some market in Ghana. And then oh gosh, 2021. And I buy scientific report. And no matter no. And no matter no. Aflatoxins still persist in Ghana despite the numerous education on several ways of its prevention at the farm and blah 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 blah. Almost can say there is a way that you can prevent. Masa, there is nothing like that. Aflatoxin is aflatoxin. What they say, it is there. It is toxins. It is all grains, especially bro. And that is one of the main staple food, banku, kenke. You understand? A brodian in the door, so a brodian so na a muye drew, and a udia na uyema share, and now uyema share, and a team come into a no. So, liver issues started coming up because aflatoxins causes liver cancer. So, all of a sudden, you know, liver cancer, I bet Dawson, liver cancer. And then they realized that it is all linked to aflatoxins. When you time I know I could read the article, no, it's all, everything is online. So you see, that time I'm a Canada, it was radio so, and I said something again to the presenter, Sammy B. I told Sammy B that the day Ghanaians will listen to me is when I become rich and popular. That is 2022. And Paso 24. Ghanaians started listening to me. You see how it is? Good. And let's come back to the potassium. You ain't fear. So Semi catch them say book we no Adventist form book, and Adventist normal promote to only what veganism. What I say, which was not so, because the Adventists that we know those days, no moody fish in any ama. Just they have selected fishes, moody fish with scale in this anyama no. What I say, but all of a sudden, after a grapple no, almost started say promote to strict veganism, like veganism. What I say, this book is modern, written by this modern Adventist. Solution be on mema be an animal product, mostly anim. Almost say then, although all are important, potassium is the key. It is the most important of the three. Now, natural sources. Like I said, sources, normal say it is in all vegetables, especially green leafy ones. Thick white potato peelings are rich in it. Bananas are also excellent. So who are vegan now, book way now can you will be depending on that. And I used to depend on that because I had this book and I had this book in 2012. Okay. Mama no toma no or SDA on one or toma every doctor that you know. Every doctor that you know that promote veganism. So one to one in chain director, Obako Tower Ubia Waton. So we've been there already. Okay. Good. Ain't sources now mama almost say our vegetables true. Okay. But because of they are not on on animal products, they did not mention what any animal product. Into you are free meat so so fish so say it contains this potassium and other what electrolytes like sodium and chloride and stuff like that, because you need sodium and chloride, especially chloride, to form your what your gastric juices, your hydrochloride. Internet say hydrochloride, not just say insuo chloride insuo hydro insuo chloride insuo inchene. Now the can so no one now hydrochloride and also na then acid a break it down proteins. And then say oh no when the meter eventually eventually you are going to have what ulcer. And intina ubia na own the meat bia no onya ulcer. Me vegan for nyina many almost no after so many years no omunya then ulcer, because the stomach acid was made purposely to break down what proteins and fats, proteins especially. So you are not eating the proteins now, and you are giving vegetables. You are going to dilute. Dilute what your electrolyte. Into Facebook 2020 it was mad. I was writing about do not dilute your electrolyte. Do not dilute. Let me trust for Sanya mano. If you want to say don't dilute, do not dilute your electrolyte. You understand? Because once you eat too much of potassium forming foods like vegetables and fruits without animal products, be dilute or then electrolyte your acids, which is the chlorides. Into a balance bacteria H. pylori obenya kwan aba betena ho, because the acid powerful na stronger. H. pylori can never come and stay inside your stomach and disturb you. You see how the whole thing is. But whilst you are having ulcer rather, then they go and give you antacid. Baby abako doom ulcer no cry more. Acid no more. Don't antacid. Go. Oh no so honto. Oh no so honto. But yes, because you don't need that. You need things that will make your stomach gastric juice very stronger. Then you can eat proteins. Okay? So we give thanks. Let's solve this problem, this puzzle. Okay, so we give thanks. Okay, so let's move on. I say functions. You say you functions near potassium the functions. All right. There is more potassium in the body cells than any other mineral, and you have a great need for large amount of it. Potassium helps maintain proper acid-alkaline balance in the blood and tissues and prevent over-acidity. It is essential for muscle contraction. So it is essential for muscle contraction. What you say? Muscle contraction. And relax your muscles. Very essential for muscle what? Contraction. That is potassium. Okay. Promote hormone secretion. Not just potassium no normal hormones no release hormones. There are so many hormones. Say reproductive ones, you understand? Estrogen, how do you call it? Progesterone and testosterone. And on security. What you say? So many hormones. Even vitamin D, crap, a hormone. I'm not afraid of vitamin D, but a hormone. What you say? And not just vitamin, a hormone. Okay? The potassium bois, Emma, this hormones in your security, fine. It helps you. Or see, it helps kidney. Or see, it helps the kidneys detoxify the blood. Wow. Me say we menkan yo. Book we no. Menkan ye. Me since 2012. Niniama. Because me behu health no. Me te bibia say e kire me bibia wo dae mu. Nti we no menkan ye. Ba me pese me kan kire mo. Nia omo ankasa no. Omo ka. What you say? Ain't no kidney asem na me kan kire mo no. E na aba mu wa ha no. Or say it promotes hormone secretion, helps kidneys detoxify the blood. Ain't no obi wo kidney problem. And a doctor and say, Mama undi eduane a potassium wo mu. How is the person going to detoxify the blood? Because if the person detoxifies the blood, guess what? They are going to urinate properly. They are going to make good blood. Because kidney one or your blood, going to make good rich blood. And they're going to sleep proper. And they are not going to have edema. Not just omonai and tatai. The person is free. And once you are free, you don't go to the hospital again. And who runs business like that? Now machine now wakwakofa if you are broaching no machine no. Government machine now wakwakofa no omo fa nye den. Omo fa nye den. Owo se wo yare. Won't you say? You know they understand. You forsake, man. You forsake. You have to become a good customer. Get sick. They are telling you to get sick. Kongo Wattu is telling you not to get sick. This guy is causing problems to us. We want you to get sick. That's why we brought the machines. We brought the dialysis machines because we are the same people that told Ghanaians to eat a lot of carbs because carbs is good for energy. And proteins are bad. Red meat is bad. Fat is bad. We told Ghanaians to do that. We even sell beverages at the hospitals. We even sell all these brands at the hospital, beverages, sugar. We want people to get sick more so that they can come and we can make more money from them. Don't you get it? We swear an oath. We are witches. We are sorcerers. We practice pharmakeon. We are sorcerers. We are wizards and witches. Most of us are in occultic groups. Freemasons. And we must control the population when they are sick. So, whoever comes to point you to the light, to the truth, that person is your savior. And we don't want that person. That person is troublesome. He's a trouble person. We cannot work with a troublesome person. We want somebody who will teach good and evil. Somebody who will tell you to eat bangkung and fetridechi. Somebody who will tell you to eat bread, you understand? And put avocado inside so that the bread will harm you. It's good and evil. We represent that good and evil tree. So don't listen to Kongo Wattu. If you listen to Kongo Wattu, you are going to be free. And you, my brother and sister, you will never come to the hospital. We need you. Please, go ahead and eat your rice. Go ahead and eat your yam. Drink all the beverages that you can. Please, do that. Kill yourself. The mortuary man is waiting. Who will pay the mortuary man? Imagine a mortuary man that has been there 60 good years in the mortuary. There is no dead body inside for 60 good years. No one is dead after 60 good years, 40 good years, 20 good years. No one is dying. Who is going to pay the mortuary man? No one. And if the mortuary man is not there, guess what? Those spiritual people that comes to the mortuary man to come and get mortuary man dead body water, they will also go into that business. Mortuary man too is making business, selling. Now mortuary man ankasa sometimes cry or onya feelings so what you say mortuary man so no onya feelings o. Young girls na woo no sa na omo ba hon ma mortuary man so no ya na onya ne feelings so. And mortuary man be crap up or TV so one day I can on radio so a long time ago. I say ya na wo mo ani onya feelings oni omo da ana mantie. Abeda na mortuary man ya ne feelings. Woo! Young girls, keep on drinking all these things. Destroy yourself and die quickly. What you say? Mungu ntenta na mungu musisi so kama na mombra na what you say? Musa nyani feelings. Musa nyani feelings. If the mortuary is empty, nyani feelings. Baba na nkwakura 120 years for ni 1 year friends embre 120 years 130 years 105 ne 95 for no akono ni ama ho ye pese young youth no young girls no ha munwu kidney no problem no ha cancer ni nkumu na yen famo mbra ho na yen enjoy. Kapi are ready so. Efo Joseph. Ono so are ready. Adaka no. When we are better now, Efo Moses so why we yan in a friend saying. Adaka sika. So you see how the whole business chain is. That's why they don't like the Hamashiach. Because he came to preach eternal life. And he gave you the blueprint for eternal life. That whosoever follows this will live. And so they don't like him because he came to spoil business. Oba so be man wani nche. Inti no was Pharisees for no scribes no bloggers no almost sorry e won so. Na ye dey nsam to no so. Because or say juma no. Because there's not going to be spirituality again, so-called spirituality. Ube pe. Akwano onye sike biom. Baba no ti north no onye sike biom. Akwano so no eastern region onye sike biom. Because we When we say right now, no, we are nyame. Ye are gods. Psalm 82. Yes, we san repeat catch them say, nyamuna ya tro no more. Say ye are gods, no. And all of you are children of the Most High, no. Oxan kaya omo. Opeso omo who say onanka sakura no kind scriptures. So once you become upright, no one is going to get you. Pastor will not get you. The churches will be empty. Everywhere will be empty. Temples, so-called, will be empty. No more shrines. We will all come together as one. World peace. No more religion. We are going to be one with one. That's all. No more Aigbeni. No more Kwewuni. No more Asantini. We will see ourselves as humans. And we will eat for our physiology. Because once you eat food differently, you think differently, and you think you are better than somebody. We give thanks and praises. So, functions. We are still on the functions. Internal say then, it promotes what? Hormone secretion, helps kidneys detoxify the blood. Internal no catch us main the potassium mediane. Because potassium mediane no na ama waba dialysis. Into be any day. And I catch us say potassium no so na detoxify the kidney. Sorry, detoxify a boa kidney no na kidney no detoxify the blood. Or no so say men go di aduane bia potassium bom. Into be any dance say. You see how they trick you. Into no unya edi wa adwene ne emo pe obeda machine so saa na wewu ye be say wo body nyina ye wo ha another time na ye de awo ha na ye de awo ha papa bia me ko treat no ne ha nyina ya apo because we call dialysis so saa for good 10 years ne nsa ho nyina ne arms ho nyina left and right nyina ya say no ho nyina ya apo because each day bia na baby ya de then tube be efa. That's what they want. They want to disfigure you, make you look ugly. Now na tatai. Now obre, I obi aton ni fie, obi aton ni cars, obi aton ni bibia because of dialysis, because you listen to good and evil tree. Or Kachira will say, do not eat from that tree. You did not understand that statement. Listening is eating. Once you listen, you are eating. Do not listen. From the day that you listen, you shall surely die mentally. That's why it says that after Adam and Eve ate, but they still did not die on the spot. They even live so many years. So that death is mental death. Once you die mentally, then after some time, the physical, the body also follows. You understand? Into utienwa, watu edro no spell, a magic. Watu edro, from that day, you are gone. Wajinedi. Hey, you know, me baby yeah, ade we me that's so sa. Nti we are lucky now of I be wo UK and no send no sika. Afi ebedu we bi no, on to me send no biom. Afi den na obeye. Wo fie bi wo plot bi or sell ton, wo car bi or sell ton. Afi ebedu baby no. Or wo sell wo pay baby fa. Go oba o kan wa asem na ye den ye de tuja. Na ye de momoto na ye send sika. But guess what? You are still not going to live. You will still die. You will suffer. Obey dialysis na you're still gonna suffer and die. Because that is not the way. I don't think I can say so almost doni pampa. Almost the whole Kolebu Besheminsa. I said that in Ohima we just show. When Ohima we was proposing, was saying that I was so Monday we in Shemin. Health a Sheminsa. Now I said they are not gonna do that. But they will only do if they love the people. If they love the people, then they will do that. All right? So the functions again, I'll say its vital functions include vital, no, I just say, and we hear vital. I can't say be a vital. Its vital functions include acting as an electrolyte. Wow, electrolyte na san baby omo. Electrolyte simply means something that generates electricity. Acting as electrolyte, converting blood sugar into glycogen and storing blood sugar in the muscles and liver. For example, muscle energy comes from burning glycogen, but without enough potassium, there is not enough glycogen, and extreme fatigue and muscle weakness results. Whoa, ain't you know? Then act as what? An electrolyte and convert blood sugar into glycogen. Not glycogen, not a store will leave them and it will muscle. So our catch that will say potassium no main D. Sa potassium aduane no kwagye atom because or say wudi a obe honhon or say oba na yesan twe sa potassium ni nyina afiri omogya mu biom na ye de egu tube mu na ye purify na yesan de ewura mu biom. See what they have done to you until you have turned to now to be a what? A robot. You've turned to be zombie. They are just pulling blood from you and putting blood back and forth 3 times in a week. That is if you have money. Unisika na oko 2 times. Because oko once you will swallow up. You will swallow up. Obe toffee. Obo nse wonsa ye nketen na wo yefunu ayeden. Adwa, ero ye fe toffee. Toffee. Because you are not burning. I have some here. Because you are not burning. Because you are not burning. Burning glycogen. Glycogen will leave more. You need to burn it. But you are not burning. The one in your muscles too, you need to burn. You are not burning. Where is the potassium to do that job? Very sad. I say deficiency symptoms. Into more fee say yare be free baby than buy. And I'm a yare no, obi na yami. And I'm a sick kidney no, obi na mami kidney. And I wait there soon. And yes soon be a nipa no ye wono. Onwa na okọ on chain no. Sa nipa no ye wono. Onwa na uji ni de no. Onwa na okọ on chain no. Onwa na o white coat no. Omo na mo ka kire mo se mundi se aduane no. Omo na mo suma nurses no midwives no niema. So-called health experts, normal betina radio, so TV, so traditional TV, so normal confuse you. They come and confuse you people. And once you get sick, then you come there. And the same person then will tell you not to eat potassium foods so that you can continue coming there because a customer cured is money loss. So you need to be what? Enslaved perpetually. And I'm here to break that chain mentally. To break that chain so that I will set the captives free. And only the truth shall set you free. And truth is what? An experience, not an information. If you don't practice, it's not going to be truth for you. But it is truth for me. And it is truth for Queen Millie. It is true for Judy Culture. It is true for Friday Goddess. It is true for Papa Nesto. It is true for Sadiq. It is true for all those who've been practicing. It is true for Nai. It is true for Ni. It is true for all of them. Go and check what's up. 2 much testimonies just within 24 hours. Miracles upon miracles. It's simple. So imagine a wiki biano. I'm saving 100 people every week. Oh yes, every week I talk to 100 people. and every week. That is minimum. Nancy na edwuma na I say no kura no ko too much into no ama nancy no pressure na ba form. So imagine 100 people every week, 100 people. In a major omonkwa. 100 people. Obo ade afame so eje omonkwa. Menka ne sa. Because Ghana for still no munye ready you know. Their worst view I mean person may use 100 people, saving 100 people lives. And you can see all the testimonies on WhatsApp. Minimum. Most of them, I've never seen their face before. They are here. Me home. Queen Millie, me who that. Me who that. Nine Roger, me nimino, me who that. Most people, I've never seen them. But they are all getting better. Pa Willie, South Africa, me share that. Obino introduce no me man, but me who that. Everyone is feeling better. You don't have to see me before you feel better. You don't have to. Hi, Nasiru. You don't have to see me. God is good. All the time. God is good. Okay? So, potassium is very important. Into yembe deficiency no. Into who deficiency no pa all no bo say yay. Enya ade we na me go through no. Ade we mu na me go through. E no mo say me njai di. Into man ni dan ye. Wow, o ma dadam yo. Okay? So deficiency kire say eswate. Bibi a short wo mu. Me pese me yusu me hwe twi word bi. Me ntitwi no. Deficiency. You understand? Bibi swate. Eswate, eswate. Inti ade ne swate. Any friend deficiency no. Inti no symptoms no. Obehu no. Signs that you are going to see that you are deficient in potassium. Here we go. Lack of potassium causes sodium, into bracket salt, to accumulate in the body. Into the potassium, your body is going to accumulate what? Salt in China. Ada in China na there be in China here, but you need potassium. So that ebe balance no. You need potassium so that ebe balance in China because you in China so. Na aduane ben na potassium no, any sodium no, complete profile, proper. Enkobroso. That is raw meat, raw eggs, raw fish, you know, raw milk, kefir, and all those things. Animal products, balance. This is why the people of Japan, they live longer because they eat a lot of fish. Sushi, raw. Everything is inside, intact. Iodine, everything. What I say? Until no goiter be any hot. Thyroid issue be any hot. But your dada. So look at what is happening to us as a people. The average lifespan around in Ghana is 50 years. 50 years. If you go to Rwanda, it's 39. Mobo. Africans with all a lot of seas and lakes and stuff like that. Mamas, me say me who in punching over 1 million egu paper so ewo Uganda. Over 1 million punching egu paper so ye any problem. And so your dada here. A rich people like your dada here. And a potato no ano uko Uganda potato ya no mudi. A money potato, and no ano mudi. It's so sad. Fiam ponchi en wo Ghana. A ponchi na me yahin. Nentrinam £1 yahin. Krobi wo hono ma ye ton 35 Ghana. We catch them say akoso mbokura po 35. Baby wo hono ma ye 45. Accra 50. Eno kra na yahin £1. Obetumi edi £1. £1. Na ahoɔden a £1 no be ma wo no. Edu be ko na wɔtwe. Your liver is going to store that ahoɔden no for na wɔtwe. Na wɔtwe crap no underestimate. Understatement, sorry. By adwene ba so nti saa 50 Ghana no or the back to wache na wedi wache no na wache ne pra no na ekum no say or the back to nam no wawe na wonya mfaso ekọ na watwe. You see lack of knowledge, my people perish. Nti nam nko na mewe de na me de be kan ho ade na wo de be kan ho no na ebekum nkranfo say no ni ngo na no gbe obo ni eye wo de no ene na ebekum. Nti ni omo say ebekum no eno na be ma wa strong. So in English they say what doesn't kill you makes you strong. Makes you strong. Into kwawe nam na so ebekum no kwana kwawe. If you are not going to die, then you are going to live. Simple as that. Go buy your raw meat. In Trinam, me say more a group of guys are mumbra together, friends are mutieme, living in one community. Come together. Na mon fast can joining. Moye 3, moye 4, mon joining. Na mon koto aponchen when yin kama. Na moye den. Mon kumuno. Na mon yin ni skin no. Nice one. Motu me de ye grounding mat. Motu to sa to aswa. Motu me ye grounding mat. Daso a grounded o kama. Na mon chen na mono. Liver no obi anya ne portion. Kidney obi anya bi. You know, yemuniama obi anya bi. Akomano obi anya bi. Equal rights. Sanity. Mbedi ache. Imagine. Ebi a punching 1,000 cities. Ubedi ache. More 2 are naturally say one person is going to have a law. It's as simple as that. Ubedi ache. Abrochi, amoton lamb $200. That $200, you know, ubetumi wa abrochi a, ubetumi akwa J license. Say one kasa ubetumi kumu abo a, ubeko akwa to, amoton wo ho. Muna munim. Na one kasa okumu, ana one pesa ubekuma ama wo. Na wo de bibia from head to tail. Na wo de nyina abefie. Me the skin ni bibia ama wo. Wo so ubetumi esuyansa na ye no, ye skin no. Enye de bia na abu na emebeye anase awudu na yemfre no na omeye wo so betumi esuanse na eye no anase ofre na obeye na wo so wo hwe next time na wo so aye yambo awudu say awudu nkwa na omekum no. You can do your own. So we give thanks. Into deficiency in here. Lack of potassium causes sodium and salt to accumulate in the body. The result is edema. Not just a high blood pressure. So blood pressure never cause because in suo no potassium about too much wo in suo ata wo mu enti no na beta. And then heart failure. It will be our heart failure. No, remember that it is what? Lack of what? Potassium. And yamina meka omwana matrowa. Or say the heart muscle can be damaged. When there is no what? Potassium. Constipation. Uyombetim. Extreme fatigue. Now they be why you weak. Oh, sorry, say why you weak. They be why you weak. Why you weak? Extreme fatigue. Okay. Muscular weakness. They be our muscles. Why you weak? Muscular weakness. Why you weak? Muscles are you weak? Muscles sooner than ante. Or say low blood sugar. Now blood sugar and when you're stable. Now fall. Now a drop. Because you need sodium to keep everything balanced. And I'll say then nervous disorders. Nervous disorders. Nervous. Now it is shaky. Now it's shaky. Because there's no electricity going on. Electricity. And to me flow here until they be now shaky. Ofa pen now. O shake che. Kuna kwhwe by this time. Obi popo che. Opopo che. Nye easy. Nervous disorders. Potassium no. Potassium no. And I say warning. I say potassium and sodium must be kept in proper balance at all times, or serious problems develop. Too much sodium in the diet disrupts potassium-sodium balance in the body. A low potassium, high potassium diet helps produce cancer. A low potassium, high sodium diet helps produce cancer, cardiovascular disease, heart disease, high blood pressure, strokes, etc. But a high diet in potassium and low in sodium protects against those diseases. You can easily take too much sodium, but you cannot take too much potassium. Wow. So, say, idea way may break it down. So, who did the animal product now, raw primal, you are out of this. But once you start to cook, you are going to lose sodium. So, you always want to add more sodium. You lose the sodium. That's where the problem is. Anything I'm start to say, I'm condemning, but it's not the problem. The problem is they're supposed to tell people to do what? To eat raw. Because once you eat raw, you don't have no problem. Because there's already sodium inside the raw meat, raw fish, and raw eggs, and even kefir in its balance proportions. Or say, restricting salt, sodium, chloride intake does not lower blood sugar. You see, or can't no somebody can't be or say restricting into no who restricted sodium, salt, that is into bracket sodium chloride, intake, does not lower blood sugar. And mani nya will say who restricted who jai in chini dia or blood sugar no heading. Sorry, or blood pressure beba foam. Won't adhere no. Inte we tama na me vegan no man tiase. But afe na me tiase properly. Man tiase maturity, my evolve papa. So now I can break everything down. It's like watching a movie now. There's a movie that I watch, Apocalypto, those kind of things. See, I know, me share Apocalypto. Me to me, the Apocalypto, I try to be body. Movie, every step, me to me, they are teach you seriously. Film bia me hwe bia no message subliminal message woman no me to me they are kire wade. But first na ye hwe for action. Sisi ano ye de ha na ye hwe. Ye de ha enye we nko na ye hwe. But ye de ha the mind's eye in ye hwe. Okay? I say restricting sodium does not lower blood pressure until potassium intake is greatly improved. High dosage potassium salt in pill form, and someone pill can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and ulcer. Oh, say ulcer semabem. High sa nkrofo no mo fa niema potassium niema pills and niema no. You understand? Even not pills, but vegetables. Remember at the beginning what I was say vegetables and bananas and sa niema no. Potassium wo more. I had more about I can say high intake, high dosage potassium. What I say can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and ulcer. Intermediate say most vegans they suffer that. They suffer IBS, they suffer peptic ulcers, they suffer so much. I know what I'm talking about because they have destroyed their what? their gut lining. They have destroyed their what? Their lymphatic system. They have all the system needs this electrolyte. They have over-diluted their sodium. Make I say me a vegan. Inchene yendi inchene kra. O me aduane, o so undi inchene. Inchene na o no we ye fi aduane no mu no. What destroyed by fire? Into what destroyed by fire? No, then you need the rock salt to replace it. Into there be another muzzle pool. Mentiasie, me da, e wampemu a. Na me muzzle pool na aba. Aba, aji na aba. Na me ni say na so potassium no, me di potassium no niyama too much. Yendi salt. Me kai krapo say ye call Rastafari, Bobo Camp. Or there no salt at yendi salt. Rasta na eat salt. Then a whole lot. Make I say Hebrew Israelites so the same thing. Yet me my na watch crap where I say na watch it and if no salt week. Yendi salt. Now won't this salt no. I was watch any pan say and if I no benya salt no. Naturally. If I no benya sane beya onya mozo then cramps in inside man. Also I won't chere no. Uko chere no so no ko chere the vegetables side nkwa. Potassium so no koye too much afi no na ofe na uyem and hold up na uyem sin. So you see the whole thing. But when you do raw primer, everything is balanced. Potassium no who say bibi enkoso yepe obe detoxify o. Odun so be kama. Bowel movement will be calmer. Everything will be perfect. Once you leave a raw, you will be surprised. You will sleep deeper. Me say we deliver ma akwala obedasa akwala no how. Nkwala yen nkwala born no eye deficiencies. Akwala da ho no we ne sen. No we ne sen. O da ho no we ne sen. No we ne sen. Eye deficiency. Wako catch the pastor. Na pastor say or we or ye before ye den ekwa didie na odidi wodaye mu eye ntro eye deficiency ti na adwen na bre intino ori ne sen enra ye nya call bi ese obi awe ne sen ama ne sen nyina kwa tutu me hu bi da wa awe ne sen ama ne sen no fitini nkora abre mu awe ama se ne sen na aye crooked because wa awe wa just said ne sen no or the ne sen adani biscuit or the nisi adani biscuit. Why really say fitting in quite up to now? They have no solution. And when we told say a lack of calcium and stuff like that, say wow. Inna yenim. That's it, lack of knowledge. Why really say ogusore into something na crooked. And easy. Into akwala oye kwala bone anya bibia obi ani wonu ma soul bi ani wa akwala bi ani wa ye wo no oye bone eye wo mada no wo na wo father no you were lacking knowledge of self ansa na mo be wo ye enu ntina de bia me kan say a time will come anya obi an obe sorry so wo people must study science of the body answer oba they must go for lectures. They might, and then I can also year what sorry day no. I'm friend counseling. No. But what do they counsel? They just sit down with you and give you quotations, and I couldn't there, and I bad there, and I say, and I submit mano, and I and found on camano, and I or demand the famano, and I say a whole lot of bull crap. And yen and who is about serious. They are going to create an offspring. They are going to bring forth. And so you have to teach them what they should eat, even if they have some disorders. The diet, the food is going to what? Correct whatever that is going on within their system. Sir, any proper counseling. No more health. Because they are going to bring forth. And they must bring forth beautiful children with sunny disposition, clear eyes, clear skin till the end. But they don't teach this. And say no ping pong. And so na fibroid is no. Ping pong. Aware don't do. Papa no. Kojo to. Ontumi perform. Ping pong. Unto oba no. Or then you call them no. Nothing they happen. Afi adwendwen ato na adwendwen kwa. Ato na adwendwen. Adwendwen so ba pe na ato plans. Yeah. Manfa eyi. Kwabena George sa. Kwabena George no ni sika o. Kwabena George no ni sika. And so no to me boy juma. Oh. Manfa no sa. Akwa kodi sika echi. We di enye kura. Excuses nkwa na papa yi ma. Man kof oh. Yeah. I asemo. I'm telling you, women are going through right now because of this situation. I could be sikechi. Until what will happen? After no, obako cheaty. On to me kasa weja ware no because e ni ngwase e ma no ene na wofo ne niema. Instagram pictures ni gu ho. Facebook pictures ni gu ho. Into no to me nka so ojai based on the man erectile dysfunction. Into obe play smart, ato plan. Chibon say no otwitwa videos na niema ni effect ni niema then no bobo nyomo ni no de ne to akere ni niema no da beto TikTok. Then somebody will slide into their DM and start to talk with them. Hey, beautiful Ohima, we fepa na Ohima na den. Can I get your number? If I na wote Ohima, sir, wote hin, sir, no bet me share me. Then, mama ma data and no. One thing lead to the other. Papa. Oba so there. Onya no wo da sa no a ode na koma no akwa wo. No. To one ne betena for 10 good years. Akwala no unim say ene dia. Unim say wo dia sorry. You lie bad enya wo dia. They are very smart. Ni nyina your deficiencies na this animal we nyina. So I'm telling all of you, check before you wreck yourself. Okay? So restricting sodium yakani nyina ewie. What I say? I said there is a lot of potassium in fruits and vegetables. Oh, yeah. And yes, I'm not making earlier on. Me say I have never read this thing. Oh, I say there is a lot of what? Potassium in fruits and vegetables, and almost more in processed foods. You see the reason why people are having kidney issues. So many potassium and processed foods. So doctor ne catch that say jai potassium aduane dia or say jai fruit di jai we di jai fruit na jai vegetables carrot ne sa ne ma ne di ni cucumber because potassium wom plenty to be any dense say and then I make catch that say have no fear e ma wo re ho have no fear. That's why I played that song. Through hard times Jaja protect me. Have no fear. Jaja give us life to live. You must live. You will never die. You must live. You must say it. I will never die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. I will never die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. I will never die. I will live and declare the works of the Lord. You are going through kidney issue, dialysis, heart failure, whatever, cancer, cervical, prostate, whatever you're going through. Say after me, I will live. I will never die, but to declare the works of the Lord. You can regroup however you want it. I will not die, but to live and declare the works of the Lord. I will not die, but to live and to declare the works of the Lord. What is the works? This is the works. To be upright, to be one with nature, to love yourself, to love your neighbor. You must live. Because if you don't live, you can never declare. A sound mind lives in a sound body. Sɛ wo ho ntɔwɔ a, ɛma wo bufu. Wo ho ntɔwɔ a, wo bufu wo ho continuously. Wo ho ntɔwɔ a, wo de ɔya wo no ekogu obi so. Uhu obi na ne ho yɛ fɛ kyɛn wo a, na wagya. Uhu obi na onya attention a, na wagya. Uhu obi na ne to eso kyɛn wo to, na wagya. Because you don't love yourself, because you are suffering. So you see how people hate themselves and hate people also. Because they are suffering. You must live. You must live. I will live. I will live. I will not die. So know thyself, man. So I say, there is relatively little sodium in fruits and vegetables. I don't know that way. There is relatively little sodium in fruits and vegetables. And sodium is very important too. And you know, what dialysis is, so no, catch that will say, men yeden enkodi potassium rich foods, banana, oranges, fruits, you know, all these vegetables do not. Because there's so much potassium in them. Into what jatum. And as you see, I know so also catch that will say, there's little sodium in chine any fruit no more. Little sodium, kakre bi na wom. And into a fruit, a sweet. Because in chine nyade. In chine ye bitter. But if I chine she we no man kasa. In chine ye bitter. But you're magical. Just so kwe aduane mu na akwa yede. Na ma we aduane na yede. But you're bitter. What you say? And into no ye looping, no, ye in chine so no ye looping, no, say urine no I bitter. In chine a bitter taste. But there is no salt or very little in certain fruits. Very little. Potassium na ye muma. Into a wa Johnson over 200 times in a day. Now our phone. And Yamina Meka is written down here. So I'm not editing. Me you be in film. Or say there is relatively little sodium in fruits and vegetables, and far too much, often extremely too much in processed foods. There are no ill effects from a diet rich in excess potassium, with one exception. You understand? If you have kidney disease, about the cow, wow. Or say if you have kidney disease, you will need to restrict your potassium intake. You see, these people, into way monoso, book we no doctor we no, they are also medical people. So you see how they play the game. Or one a can say we sodium, or one a can say we potassium. Now we need potassium, or kidney name to me function. I feel the wababe catcher say, Charlie. There's so much potassium in fruit and vegetables, so intino or say we share you. And there's little in sodium. You know what some catcher say? A lot of potassium and kasa crap when to me now share sa. Except say there is one exception. Yareba kubi. Oh, Kongo Wattu. Yareba could be dear. Once you have it, you know, dear, or say then, you need to restrict potassium intake. One good and evil. Into double standard. Thank you. Double standard. So you need to restrict. Now, or no one be praise potassium. You see, I don't catch or say, oh, kidney problem, be restricted. Wow. Wow. The devil is a liar. It is see how anything. You know, also no, or condemn meat, or promote vegetables and fruit. So let's ask question. Oh, Charlie. Intino. Oh, Charlie. Hey. Okay. Until let's take it for example. Obi a vegan, and we know say they don't eat animal products, and now a vegan is having a kidney issue because I know vegans who are having, meaning one Rasta man be crab or kidney problem. Yeah, meaning no. Or USA, California. I know him. You know, let's say a vegan or an Adventist who wrote this book, one of their members is having a what? An issue with the kidney failure. And their food is about fruit and vegetables and grains and cereals and stuff like that. No animal products. And this book is telling you that if you have kidney issue, you should restrict your what? Fruit and vegetables, because they are abundant in potassium, very little in sodium. So what are you going to do now? As a vegan, as a vegetarian, what are you going to do? Where then to say? What are you going to eat? So you see how people get confused. It's not Obon say, many of them come on say, you see, I made doctor say, mommy in the fruit, mommy in the vegetables, because potassium will do. You see, I crowd them whom you made. I didn't know who you obedi. Because already know there meat there no go area. You condemn no da. You catch her no say meat no crap on here the kidney issue no buy. Into meat ni there no go area. We jai di da. In Kosiano so you no go area. We jai di da. Into you see about anything. I was said they be out 3 times daily. Unane ho bra. Say unane ho bra. Unane ho bra na mentwen. Iti unane ho bra. Meji momo bra. Meji memo bra. Meji memo. Me say me ye Dr. Beye. Dr. Beye. Me na me kachire mo se mundi potassium. Dr. Beye. Won't say me nyamo. Mundi potassium foods. Na mo. Se unai etata na uye funu eye tofia mendi potassium men nam so inti obeya dan owo se oba na metwen umunso se oba na metwen umunso fi say we Jimmy. Anyways, we give thanks and praises. All right. Ain't you know, they call sodium so. You see, I need potassium. We don't want to spend the whole day or the whole night on potassium. And potassium, make potassium once but you better way so. Sodium so. Ne I share sodium so. Ni problem no. Sodium be a problem. Okay? It is funny, but it is not funny. It is funny, but it's not funny. You know, be a no. And easy. What you say? Me say kakra bia na me mu na kakra wi na me ni abre kakra sa na me tie o. Ni problem o. Or say then the salt problem. Let's read about the salt problem. I say sodium is a mineral you should be very cautious about. And say, I know, you're kind about way more good and evil for no, or because only a medical for about the caution about sodium. The ancient you all kind about sodium. I say you should be cautious about, or say you need a little, okay, but only a very little. In America, only 5% of the sodium comes from natural food. Till only 5% of the sodium comes from natural food. Not just say America for no, they are lacking the natural sodium, like natural. Near free in the can food there, then it can be meat, it can be anything that gives you energy. And until I make sure say open chine papa in 8 balance ratio, then go raw. But one call raw there now unam there and you also within chine count. No, you cannot guess quantity. Into a bit me man a chum. Obesity man a honey. But when you are eating raw, you don't think there's nothing like abroso. As a matter of fact, the more you eat the raw meat, the more proper detox. The more instantly, the more which means the 1 pound, the more, the higher the cleansing. But a bano, the table salt and stuff like that, or say America, only 5% of the sodium comes from natural food. Prepared foods add 45%. Wow. Cooking adds 45% more. And condiment add another 5%. All the sodium the body generally needs is found in mineral what? Unsalted food which is eaten. Wow. Wow. And you're not making or say then, hey, all this, Kongo Wattu. We mean kinda. Or say all the sodium the body generally needs is found in natural, into brackets, unsalted food, which is what? Eating. Into a natural food, which is unsalted, like meat, red meat, liver, kidneys, and muscle meat, raw eggs, because food, yeah, they have energy, right? And it's because you can't eat carbohydrate in its raw form. You can't eat carbs in its raw form. Me ma if any say most area untumi you know, unless there's what? Severe famine, severe or compaba, then you'll be able to do that. Me catch you say ebro raw. Ebro are dry mo untumi. Me catch you say the beans crowd you the beans back 5 kidney beans are ubewu. They know. So you can't eat the carbs raw. But guess what? You can eat fruits and vegetables and meat and all other products raw. But there's very little sodium inside fruits and vegetables. So let's put that one aside. You are not going to get. And until obida not saying assassin or one assassin. Unsana assassin you are lacking what? Sodium. And you know obidia dance here, no say no. Little finger no. Nam na 83 na nam ni sa niema no. Sa de na hanwa. But raw meat no 2 days ipe no ni nyina correct. Say mo hu sa video no. Ai. Pa Willie. Mo hu ye from South Africa. Mo hu sa video no. Wa bre pa 2 days ipe adenti. Now the body is having the right amount of what? Sodium. Intino ninsano enye 83 bio. For those who have seen the video. You understand? That's it. I am the greatest scientist. I keep telling you. Keep telling you. Simple as that. Intino unsalted food, and the sodium that you need. Anyhow, I don't know book where you can. Intino me yimu free. Kakra. Because me to me if I'm call raw prime and straightforward. None of you will never understand me. So I have to take you from the carbohydrates and give you the soups kakra and give you the scrambled eggs kakra. Nti no say wokoso a na mo say still out the complaints ba pe obo say na me de wako raw eggs na me say o say wako raw eggs and I say coconut fasting. That is who I am. Kakra. Because the SNA community, no, you teach people according to their level of understanding. Maybe say they want more, they want to know more, then you give to that individual. You can't give to the whole public like that. Kakra. And as you see, I know, me person me yimu free or because me demo call what is called, the food freedom, and then apply your fasting to it. That's all. Simple. Until I say then, all the sodium in the body generally needs is found in natural unsalted food, which is eaten also. I say also see potassium above. Okay, you kind of that. I say a word about table salt. You see, I can't table salt. I say most of it has added aluminium to keep the salt free flowing. Not just say table salt now. So product now. I'm afraid in way I'm gonna say iodine wo mu no. Someone say product ni din. Me ntimi mbo e wa ha because of fairness and rules in Niamanti. Amo the aluminium egum. And yet aluminium so 1,000 to the brain. Or say you do not want to eat aluminium. Waka into bracket azemia. Azemia is not easy to live with because aluminium will destroy your brain, your neurons. Yes, we be fee. Intra you see a lot of people we a fee ho. Or say Congo, me ma make kasa. Me ma make kasa on kai. You see on kai epo. You see a ne kasa ne nsisi so. You see a no I say atiafa so. You see a no me hu nya me maame. Because I can babebo enchine ne din. Because table salt na Ghana for edi no. Eduane bia Ghana for be nua bia no sa nkyene no temehu sa nkyene no eno na ewom and then also it contains aluminium and it destroys the brain ebema wonya azemia na azemia disease in Ghana in the Ghana is experiencing azemia disease obeti 60 years 65 years na adwene no ayeden atiafa so na adwene atiafa so oti ho na wadwun so egu no yo. I say, azemia is not easy to live with. Easy. When you are no crap, when easy. And then go see more about you are going to lose your privacy. Imagine say obi babe siesie ho. Se sebe se obaba eni wo nchen. Na che so ho obi na babe siesie ho ehu adeja. It's not fine. Because unya azemia you lose your mind. Into no wadeja no o privacy you have no more privacy obi na babe siesie ho we lucky na sika wo fia na ye be fa maid bi nurse ni bi aba say on be ye ma wo say wo ba no ye be ma te say me am ye be ma enya easy imagine na me kwa na me ne me ma mete me de na ma ye dem en say me hu na deja sa into no let's prevention is better than cure. And I must say then, provisions is better than cures. Oh gosh. I say then, so-called sea salt is just a regular salt. It has no other minerals in it. Okay. And also no argument. I say if the salt you buy is free flowing, you do not want to use it because of what? Added aluminium. But if you insist on buying regular salt, I say select. Then I'll try. But if you insist on buying regular salt, select iodized salt because Americans add too much salt to their meals. They have a potassium to sodium ratio 1:2. They are eating twice as much sodium as potassium. What is needed is a 5:1 ratio. You understand? That is 5 times as much potassium as sodium to then maintain good health. If you eat a natural diet of, here we go again, because we are then vegans into no about the promote natural diet of fruit and vegetables. So I'm catching up. Anyway, don't mind these people. So let's forget about that. And then we come to the sources. The same thing. Or say sources, although it is found in a variety of foods, including romaine lettuce, celery, asparagus, and watermelon. Most people like to get it out of the salt shaker. The best source of the added salt to your diet is the Norwegian kelp. One said Norwegian kelp. Both are full of vitally needed trace minerals. Anyway, let's go to the functions of sodium. Internal functions. Already told you where you can get it in a perfect order. All right, I already told you, so don't worry about we know. Functions. Sodium works closely with potassium and chlorine in a number of important functions. Or say, they maintain proper electrolyte balance. Here we go again, proper electrolyte balance. And until now, we are in Chinese also. But on Kawase Mutumi Kachira will say, Kona kodi enam, kodi liver, kodi nkusia, because in China will naturally, so that you will not short of sodium. Nienti Adwa hospital, I did drip is because you lack sodium, period. And when it comes to tradition, so-called spirituality, I don't know my friend Mami water, but they cannot tell you because they don't know. We'll talk about that one too later, okay? Topic be anyone meaning. Oh yes. Topic be I mean make just say meaning. Men call moon muda until I can't tell you about what is there. That's as way so. Nipedia way. Everything. My family be religion major ones I know. I know the tricks, I know everything. Okay? I say they maintain proper electrolyte balance for the change into electrically charged ions, which carry nerve impulses. Nerves, sodium anyway, then obi move communications. Yeah, they communicate with each other. Electricity is moving through the brain, the neurons, impulses, or what we call synapses. Communication. They also control and maintain osmotic pressure into and out of the cells. To say na make sodium or train the insu or train nutrient edeba we intracellular fluid no ono train ebem na we so na ono so atwe free mu e dose one na wa train. That is how it is like that. Intina epo no baby a lagoon wo bia no lagoon ekobo we no epo no mu no mo amuni baby a lagoons wo like Kole Lagoon, like Kokrobite, and all Ayensu, River Ayensu. In Sobia Kobo Pumuno, what do you see? They always do what? Push and pull. Push and pull. What you say? Lagoon Unko Remwa. No Swababe Rim. No Swababe Rim. Sanet here. Osmotic. That is what you call osmotic or osmosis. They also keep the amount, they enable the blood to carry nutrients throughout the body. And when I'm they also keep the amount of body fluid at the proper level. Sodium is an important constituent of stomach acid. Drop the mic. And no. Sodium is an important constituent of stomach acid. Until someone who nienti amanfo nya ulcer no. Wo a wundi nkyene. Wo so a eduane na wudi no. Nkyene wo mu no naturally no. Enam no wekum ni nyina nkyene na nyina akọ. Because once you put the meat on fire, you have destroyed all the electrolytes. Evaporating ekọ. It's gone. That's why the meat becomes like a leather. A bit smaller. It's beef now koto and na on saying so call kama. See na babe then leather khaki color. All the electrolytes they are gone. So what happens? Now you have to add what? The external sodium, the rock salt, or say what they count. And also no. den otumi twa ade mu ema aduane na nyɛ de ne niema, and you cannot get the proper ratio. Obi kura to me che say okoye mistake na enchine na ko twemu too much. Ohun ni oye no wasan wo nkwan na nsuo. Anu kura enye yie. It's better kura ko say entwemu ye. Say etwemu ohun ni obeye nkwan no. Cause o man nsuo no kodo so a afede nkwan na koda ne mirror. Until can't will say where you will get it in proper ratio no eye aduane a eye uncooked eye naturally unsalted. Now will say sodium is very important for your stomach acid. And I'm my catch them on previous page, say without salt no you can never have what? A good stomach acid to digest your proteins. Hence, leading to what? Ulcer. Into ulcer now you are suffering from no. Your culture say, oh, acid no more na bebre no. No, it's a lie. You have rather diluted your stomach acid. You have diluted. Into your culture say enchine into enchine no, uja enchine no. Bisa won say uja enchine no stomach acid ne kwa na. Sorry, stomach ulcer ne kwa na. Enko and that double standard. It is good that I'm reading all these things to you. Into no, so obia or vegan or kinds of book where obey so much confused. So much confused. That I can see all the lies and the double standards here. I say deficiency. Remember deficiency, so it is rare for a person to have a sodium deficiency. But it may be caused by excessive sweating. Into no sweaty too much, you have it. That's why I'm telling you. You see, each country that you go and how you are going to feel. So, baby, like like our people in Tamale and all those things. That's why they suffer something called meningitis because they dehydrate from salt. Baby, you easily become dehydrated. Baby, yes. Because you sweat a lot. Into omo dwane no athlete ni sa na ma no omo wu ntem. Omo lifespan nyina 61 years. Omo wu ntem. Just say nia ojai na was start to say or building fat reserves back. But most of them no waya manaka no want to know ojai like the like competition in yama still no akokwa no nto sorry pe no odwane 7 miles odwane 10 miles ni niama odwane akwan. Why are you running? So they sweat profusely and then they lose salt. Into one said when you see them they look dry outside, and when you are dry outside it means what dry inside. Why are you running? You were not created to run. You were created to walk. Running is acidic. You are destroying yourself. You are creating too much acidic environment for your muscles and your organs. You're supposed to walk. Brisk walking. That's all. Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Are you a hunter? You only run when you are being chased by a jaguar. Apocalypto, Jaguar Paul, the guy. Jaguar Paul, the lead character. Tamana Jaguar no chasing no. One was an adrenaline rush. One was an no trumika. A natural. It's a balance anwa. What that adrenaline rush and kasa will set in. You will run. Jaguar Paul. Johnny Rough. A adrenaline rush in Kuano. ɔdwe ne yere no ne yere a wafa yefunu ne ɔnyem ɔdwe ne ba ɔmo hyɛ well ni ɔmo hyɛ amena no mu no ɔdwe want to go and rescue them ɛna ɛfɛ na ɔdɔ no ɔdwene nti no ɔde adrenaline rush na ɛyɛ biribiara. But after the fight and everything, did you see him running? There be, you relax. So there's time for running when you are being chased by an enemy. And that could be a man, it could be an animal. In that case, that jaguar was an enemy. You have to run from that enemy. Because and you have to run from those killers too. That is nature. So those who walk too much, run too much, they become dehydrated. Into now who footballers now. Obon say omo nim nyina yi dompeni niama kukom we ka say omo di some 40 21-year-old boy footballer ne nim nyina gwegwre mu ne niama. Too much dehydration. But the wisest ones like Haaland omo no mo yeden edi a lot of fat, a lot of raw milk, a lot of eggs, a lot of steak. O nyansa into Usha Haaland anima the name still I say searching. The name is searching to say Kongo Wattu enemy. The name is friend name nice. You understand? To share the name abon say the name nyere ento mu ye. Me pese me ball player bidding or Ghana ha tama na obobo no. Ani. Mo share the name amu ko share the name. Tama na obobo no. Na sisi a mo nhwe ne sisi a ne ose ball na Ghana fo nyina epese o mo were no tama na obobbo no mo nhwe se na nanim tie e na sisi a na wagya ball no so mo nhwe se na nanim tie because he was doing what? Dehydrating himself too much. And Ghanaian footballer does not know nutrition. Watching emunu atolof na bangunu no fat. But Haaland is very wise. Very, very wise. So he loads up a lot of what? Collagen. A lot of collagen forming foods. More eggs, more steak. Today biano, when you GMO, de biano, or your interviewer, or you relax, or you calm, or when you GMO. So they are telling you excessive sweating, too much diarrhea. You understand? No causes what? Dehydration. That's why those who have cholera, Obon said they die before going to the hospital because they are losing salt. Then they die. It's different from deliberately. What should I detox? And it's no more detox, so no more weak. And I'm catch them say, I'm on pension, I'm on fan flash, and I'm on no pen now say, why or no more, I'm out with it, then. When you are holding to detox, so na better will say, "Unya holding, unchene esa." Anyways, efficiency is not a good no. Internal say, but it may be caused by excessive sweating, chronic diarrhea, or overuse of diuretics. Overuse of diuretics. Internal omo call hospital na ya mom we drobi. A drone diuretics. Now say I'm say a man for your argument wa ho. Na your mom will draw say I'm fan Johnson more. Say drone no far you will urinate plenty. Now Johnson more no. So diuretics no overuse of it no. You are going to have sodium deficiency. You are losing your salt. And until na Johnson, Johnson bebre. Johnson when there is too much potassium. And then the body will do what? Bring some of the potassium out. But if you are urinating throughout a day, in the daytime, and what John saw 20 times, hey, Master Sheye, 20 times in a day, 10 times in a day, 15 times in a day per day, during day, and upper, a couple 6 p.m. and what John saw over 10 times, it's not right. You are going to lose sodium. Unless you have a lot of sodium, then you will never be weak. Would so 10 times in a day. Now at night so osan so 10 times ade be chi no ube phone. If it continues for 1 month, obi abehu won say oswate drastically. So diuretics is not good excessively. You understand? I don't know how to hand sir. Or say then diuretics. Or say muscular weakness, heat exhaustion. Na man can heat exhaustion. I say, who baby a heat war pa country be a heat war. Me call Rwanda. There are certain things me fail with Ghana ha. Me call Rwanda me fail. If you say Rwanda, no, you can't sweat there unless you really, really force yourself. Before you sweat, you don't, because weather is very cool, so you don't sweat there. So your sodium is intact in Rwanda. Or come upon the to maybe a higher cool, not to say a brie, a quiapem line, a measure per a quiu mountain in your mania man, maybe a hormone, a war hormone. Obon say you don't dehydrate too much there, but you dehydrate when you come to the southern, and you dehydrate when you are in the northern. Okay, we give thanks. And that's how it is. Heat exhaustion, mental apathy, serious, nausea. So you look what salt. Into nausea, not just say you are lacking salt. Your stomach acid, it has been too much diluted. You have been drinking probably too much juice, and those juices they contain too much potassium. As you already know, plant kingdom, too much potassium. Enunti, see a dilute stomach acid into a man oboso from obefe. That's all. Obefe. So you put a pause to the what? To the juices. When you realize that you are vomiting, you are having too much nausea. Now then chenemo aide atuwenum, or forget about it and then shift to more raw liver, more kefir. Kefir was salt, but CS was salt. You understand? Then you will see that your stomach will settle down. We give thanks. Or respiratory failure can result. So me, I've gone through this experience before when I was a vegan. Remember, you're in this salt, but it's raw salt. So that time no. So in 2003, yeah, the oxygen consume so respiratory. Me humete say obi a me wa asthma, and so no na me ni asthma. Identity because I was not taking salt, and I was eating so much potassium forming foods, and I was urinating a lot. You see, and what happens? One day, yeah, me collapse here. Yeah, the oxygen could see me so. The Kwashi Memorial Hospital. And then I went to coma. So you see what a lack of salt can do. But I mean, so tete me na me J hospital for enquire be na me no mo ye no. Na me no mo enquire no pe. Because it has salt, trust me, I recovered. That is where I realized that no, something is wrong. Then I went back to my books again to go and read again about everything. So truth is an experience. I'll say then, and as you see, I'll say excess symptoms. Excess symptoms. And the symptoms will be it me excess. I'll say too much sodium in a diet is far more common. And it is shown in water retention. Yes, high blood pressure, stomach ulcers or cancer, hardening of the arteries and all those kind of things, So, like I'm saying, these are good and evil stuff. Into onwa beka says sodium unibia no beka says no. But because of they cannot point you to go and eat the meat and the eggs and all those things, they don't have no solution. So they keep on going back and forth. Adeɛ no wɔ fruit vegetables mu after the ebi nim after the ebi wo we mu salt ni mu after the salt no so no offer too much a obenya problem okay na kire me nia me fa eduane a me di a menya problem eduane a me fa menya problem kire me wo se me di nkire a too much a menya problem wo so say nkire no so say a natural food mu a naturally unsalted food mu a there is no problem. Chire me no so o say fruit and vegetable. Fruit and vegetable no so say nchene so nim. Nti si amenya den. You see good and evil. So all you have to do is to go and eat what? The animal product. And into na your ruminant ne ma ye, into na your epo ne ma ye. You just have to be wise. Follow your ancestors. Follow them. And more intelligence and more intelligence from your po mamas in the ocean more intelligence about for no any say some boy we dwene chen nipa to me boa nipa oboa paying for that is dolphin very intelligent creatures. They are carnivores. Dolphins don't eat plants, they eat what? Fishes. They eat sea food, they eat fishes. Sea mama mundi fish. What you say? Bonsu, odi then fish. Onu kwa no odi fish na no was saying pubiama saying afare for no fishermen. Into all the intelligence, all of them, they have the bigger brain. Those animals all have bigger brain than the rest. Omo nyina a carnivore. Yeah, badland so jata, same thing, majestic, tiger, the same, jaguar, the same, leopard, the same, fox, the same, hyena, uko Volta region, amonime no, ono na yefe no Ghana. What you say? Hyena yefe no Ghana. Sa word Ghana no hyena. It was taken from ancient, Mali Empire. That name. Because Ghana, ono sa Ghana nifi. Into uko Senegal, sisi ye wo kruwe for Ghana. Na a big market. Why? Because they are known for keeping hyena. Hyena. What you say? Or hyena. Ono no de bia na nani age hyena. De bia na nani age because ono no your pekra po no high meat. You can high meat enam na akwa say ferment no. Ono no jata kum nam de no ondi o. Hyena no ono kra the fresh one ondi sa ompe. Ope ni 3 days eko a ferment. Eno na hyena pe. Eno ye fe no high meat. I don't know, the sabo down for your in depression in yama. But we'll talk about that one. And one thing na, you pay more money in yamano. Well, say it is something that is in us, animal instinct, which is in us, that even makes us to buy Kobe. Anything a pay Kobe no. Anything a pay niyama sometimes akwa say a little stinky, you pay kako. You pay Kobe, you pay, the Inuit of Alaska. Almost sure that they nam a share abua scheme bag mu. Normal, I want to form. It was snow no mu. Normal they are share for several months. They call it high meat. No more ye. The Inuit of Alaska or the what they call them, the Eskimos. One of the best delicacies, high meat. And one or more Norway, Norway, those fishes now. It did several months in Yama. Raw fishes, several months. Uko South Africa, so I'm of you on cured meat. Uhua say flat, say cured, raw, cured. You preserve, You understand? So there's a lot. We are just trying to deny our primal instinct. But yenim say che froye che contemporary say na niema even those contemporary froye and say our mothers they love to put the kakao inside, they love to put something that is prebiotic. They love to put something that is probiotic or prebiotic. Bibi I say bon kakra. That's it. Where the money be chimu kakra. Now the way chimu kakra. You understand? But now I'm telling you that you can eat fermented meat or liver and stuff like that. You'll be like, ugh, but Kobe, but Momone, and all those things. A big industry. Big industry. Nigeria for say crayfish, Niniama. Big industry. You understand? We give thanks. I think say the basic animal, and then I'll answer one of questions. Okay. So do remember that you must up your mineral game. You understand? So another time we will talk about chlorine, that is chloride. Then we come to the almighty iron. Hey, iron onsem enye easy waha. We'll talk about iron. We'll talk about sulfur. Afi no na yako trace minerals, not to say iodine in yamaso. You understand? We give thanks. Yeah, Jaja give us life to live. You know, let us do the needful and answer some 1 or 2 questions. We have 1944, that is 744. We give thanks. Thank you very much for being here with me for all this time. One love, you know. All right. Master, does that mean the keto, the kako, and mamoni are very good for us to consume? Yes and no. I'm just giving you something that is in us. You know, remember, we are primal humans. We are primal beings. Until I'm catching say hyena. Okay? Esan say yeah obia, yeah primal. We are apex human predator. You know, bibi wo ye mu a naturally no epe ade a sebe ebon enama ebon naturally. Nobody can tell me we are vegan crap we use what we call tempeh. They are very stinky. I'm going to try to use the plant world to create such thing from soya bean. If any tempeh, a bomb papa, very stinky. Chinese people eat it, Japanese people eat it. Omuye aduane a obon say mo hwe China for aduane vegetable. No mo yes stir fries na. Some sticky sauce bi anu na ya omode kan no. If any tempeh. Soya, a very stinky. Into a primal instinct where you move. Actually say a padia eden stinky because they are probiotic. But yes, here, look at Almighty Dawadawa. Sana Dawadawa tier. Whoa, Dawadawa. And easy. A bone like Dawadawa. The sentinel. But you see, then very good. Very good. Akrantie sebe nejanan na ye de kakra fra akrantie no we no wow stinking no, but that's the most expensive soup or train bean kakra akrantie bean kakra expensive food. You understand? Sana etie. So when you go to the Haja community, you won't say intestines, you know, sometimes, you know, with the gut, you know, then they are eating the intestines, you know, with the gut when they kill the animal. Because we need what? More of the bacteria and the enzymes to digest our food. This is simple science. But you see, I know, yeah, she find clothes in internet, yeah, about city, yeah, destroy jungle, no, yeah, creative boxes like that, and until if you say we are not part with nature, we are not one with nature anymore. Yehu akrachi for because he achi akra. And coming to your question, no, yes, those FN is saying no, rotten or what we call fermented fishes, you know, they are good. They are good. But the most importantly, we destroy them inside our food. We destroy them. So the best thing to do that is supposed to be dehydrated, like the way I know, and then ground them or grind them into what? Powder. and so that we can add it to our food whilst we are about to eat. You can sprinkle on top of your food. You understand? But when you are on raw primer, let me make it clear. Your sodium is already balanced. So what do? You don't need that salty momoni. If that momoni contains salt, don't buy that one. Buy the one that has no salt inside. Okay? You can make your own momoni. There are some people that make their own. Like they dry the tilapia, they don't care, they put it down, they dry it and stuff like that. You understand? And then it becomes like that. Or after you buy, you make sure that you get rid of the salt and then re-dry again. Not re-dry again to reduce it. I'm just giving you an idea. It's just coming. And then you dehydrate. Once you dehydrate, then you can grind it into powder. Minimum, obia or yeah, those things, or yeah, no into, or they are yet to say seasoning, those things, or yeah, into seasoning. Yeah, different seasoning. Or they are fra, some herbal, spices. Niniama, or ton, na odigu ediane so. But I don't have access to him. But you can do it yourself. All right? So we give thanks. Use your own discretion. Okay? Ni obeya ebema weduane no ayede. Yeah, ama raw no ayede ama. Then do it. But remember, like I said, when we are on raw primer, whatever that you need is intact inside the raw primer. The liver is intact. Make sure you say liver no o de go glass mu. Wait me dey go mason jar mu. Now they are share fridge mu. O turn of fresh one na. Obo say we no e be drip it kama. Nutrient in be drip it kama. One of the best wines ever. Best wine. E share fridge mu. Na we hwie say yes. Mo jankasa. Best wine. Take a shot. You see how electricity flows within you instantly, rush of energy. Because why? Iron na air drop no and a copper is going to transport a transporter is going to transport the oxygen instantly, rush all over you. Remember that we have different products, and all these products, was preparing you towards raw primer diet. Okay, primer means basic. Nyama ye beto ye basic. Ye beto in sumunam, in remunam, and yemwani nyama. Later we started having in the birds. So we deal with what? Primal foods, basic foods. You don't need to stress yourself. You can go and have your breakfast at the butcher. You can go to the abattoir and go and have your breakfast there. You can go back to the abattoir and have your lunch. You can go there and have your dinner. When it comes to raw primer, there is no such thing as you are eating one time or two times. You can eat as much as you want and you will still look good. Your body is starving for so many years of nutrients. So even if you eat 4 times, even if you wake up 10 p.m. self and then you eat, you will be surprised. You will still not feel bloated. The body will absorb all and translate into muscles, tissues, because you have been starving for so long. You become like a baby. You cannot say that the baby cannot take the breast milk 2 a.m. The baby cannot take the breast milk 4. Or the baby will akola we me man no for 6 p.m. Into me man no for biom. Compare my channel pa. A wickedness. Because you know say no for so no a raw primer. Excess doesn't cause a problem. And there's no such thing as excess. Give thanks and praises. 0242 232222. So we have CS, which contains balanced ratio of potassium and sodium, magnesium, selenium, zinc. for instance, sulfur, iodine, everything is in CS, balance. And you know, be an any subrain or to CS or say any subrain or sickle cell for almost CS almost say a call. Everybody is feeling better on CS. Unum CS or say me, minum CS no coming dimibium, sir, identity, because it contains all the minerals. Without the minerals, or combat deal, without the minerals, you have no energy, you feel weak. We come to kefir. Kefir is probiotic, meaning bacteria, which are necessary for what digestion, to digest your food. And so far we have destroyed then enzymes with antibiotics, or what we call antibiotics or antibiotics. You understand? We have killed all of them because okay, say pompobi ball. It's pompobi ball now called drugstore now called toy amoxicillin. It is antibiotics. The moment you take it, you have destroyed your bacteria. You understand? And now one time per osanko also one infections go no then and also call anytime you take all this, you are destroying your gut, your microbes. And so CS has all of them: lactobacillus, bulgarius, you know what I mean? All of this good gut bacteria to help digest your food. And so therefore you need CS. And now will be a complete package now. Ne amano then sorry, amano kefir. Ne amano kefir. According to Osika, over 3,000 CS back. Ne amount kefir a lot. Ne they can't other product no the ultimate sankofa tea. Not just say when you good weapons so fear. Over 2,000 so you bet me amount CS. Na ni aka no ya amount kefir. Yeah, the amount the ointment and stuff like that, and editors no matter what, okra 1,000 so so na amount kefir, na amount the ointment, ni the tea, ni sankofa way. We try to make sure that everybody gets something. And if you don't even have anything, and you have 200 Ghana cedis, you get your detox or you get the ointment. At least, bibi bebuao na unyesika, you come and continue. That's how it is. What I say? Now who needs to swear and they pay attention to my teachings. That's all. Pay attention. And then use your own mind. That's it. So who sikao, who needs sikao, or say once you pay attention to the teachings. So we give thanks and praises unto the Most High. Big up my life, Papa Nesto, and all Onyamidua Primal Foods team. You understand? We rule every time. Do remember that we are the light, and we are the breath, and we are the word that purifies. Yes. Yes, I. Please, I am sick. What is wrong with you? This Emmanuel Nyanko. This is not the first time that you are writing. I think that you've been writing last time like that. And numbers are there for you to call. Have you called? Have you WhatsApp? Because this name is familiar. You say you are sick. Have you? What top product a free and chain? Emmanuel Nyako. Have you? Paucho. And then why are you sick? Are you still eating carbohydrates? Are you still eating rice? Are you still eating banku and all those things? Heart palpitation and what? HPV, anybody, any remedy, please? I don't know whether you were here when I started. That is all about potassium. You are lacking potassium. Once you are lacking potassium, you are going to have those things. Magnesium, you are going to have those things. And so therefore, contact 0240932222. I have buy then any medicine. Oh, and then what are you waiting for? Last time, no joining live, Until we joining live now, you didn't have two on more pair. No wafa. What I say, wafa now, what's time baby trust you are sick? It seems like you're rare with the answer then. Oh God. Anyway, so call 0240 or WhatsApp. Yeah, ofre na yamfa na WhatsApp 0240932222. Okay. And also na egu on papa next to atro on 0240932222. Na WhatsApp Linda, and then the Linda will tell you what you need. Why? Bibi a unye bia no aka kire no. Tell you what you need. That's all. Onye sika kura po a, wo 200 Ghana cedis, ubenya edro, wo 400, ubenya edro mienu. Simple. Oto ma ade 200 kura po a, me den, me chira o diet. Simple. Obi anu won ma wa chiro me a me refuse no. Ani. Obi anu wo me nye that type of teachers. Why? Me nye that type. Ani. I say, can my grandma drink CS? Of course. Omonti na this CS buy. Obia all ages. CS. I say she has cloudy, dark vision and constant drowsiness. Yeah, because she's lacking vitamin A deficiencies, calcium and stuff like that. You understand? So the eyes don't want to go off, so the eyes must protect itself by creating a film. And one manenum raw eggs more onto CS and count on fight raw liver and count. I know say about that their age, they are very stubborn. But yeah, you saw the video. I have to pay my mother to eat liver. So right now, she's a pro because ohun faso was so adichin adipanchi right away or die. So maybe you can use my tactics. Pay grandma. Pay grandma. Grandma D, udi a mema 1,000. I'm 500. Grandma D, obedi, odi we are born say, obenya instant healing. Obehu bibi. I say, hey, me die you, and no. Sometimes when people are stubborn, you have to pay them. Pay them. Why? Okay, then I will order. Thank you. Yeah, you should order. Can I be on raw eggs when fasting? Fasting means you are fasting. That's it. When you want to do raw eggs fasting, then use raw egg fasting. If you want to do water fasting, water fasting. If you want to do coconut fasting, it means that you are living on coconut alone. If you want to do raw milk fasting, it means you are living on raw milk alone. If you want to do kefir, you are living on kefir. Raw eggs, raw eggs. Dry fasting, dry fastings. That's all. So it's simple as that. So which type of fasting are you talking about? Are you talking about dry fasting? If you are doing dry fasting, it means dry. No water. My mother is suffering from diabetes and now she is looking what? She's looking what? She's lacking blood. Okay. Because she urinate too much. She pee or she wee too much in the night. And so she's losing what? Electrolyte. And no. Nientia you didn't know. The body is trying to squeeze electrolyte. Enti no namuna ye di no. Bibia ye di no. Say nam, say ye kwedu, say ye den. The end product no ye electrolyte oh. That's all. End product no ye electrolyte. Ye the back way mu chemistry mu electrolyte. What I say here the coffees no mu no we no na electrons. Enti no. Don't so too much throughout the night. As in the case of diabetes, they are losing a whole lot of electrolyte. Imagine so will be ajun so 10 times in the night. Or combat deno rough adechia. Combat deno, especially or you'll be on the proteins. Into already on the brain are shrinking. Now glucose kakra bi so na e liver animal no wa yini na egu. electrolyte no nkyene potassium ne potassium chloride ne nneɛma no nyinaa akɔ nti ade kye na ɔpopo 8 a.m. mwanya na aduane pɛ na bibi yɛ no. So contact us 0240 932222 na yɛmma no yɛ product no na ne mogya engina nti na ɔsɛ yɛsɛ ɔsɛ mogya no gyina na bibi anya kama. Why? Ɛno ano no. Okay, let me see this one. God bless you, Master. Bless you too. We give thanks. I say, my mother is, so my answer be invitation sent. Okay, what about blood? These are all minerals. Lack of minerals. We are not supposed to cook food. Once we cook food, we are going to short minerals. Our hair contains keratin, and so once we cook food, definitely we are going to have such things. All of us suffer that. You understand? Inti papa na made ni video kyerɛ mo no. 100-year-old Rwandan veteran na made ni video kyerɛ mo no. Someone who said only bald biya because strictly only raw goat meat. It's only bald biya 100 years ne afro intact. The only thing you see is pure gray hair, no bald. Because once you eat cooked food, you are going to lose certain minerals. They are not going to be balanced. And so therefore, definitely, ubenya, no. And at this generation, they are lacking than nobody. They are lacking than any other generation. A young boy now, in his 20s, a 20-year-old boy now, the testosterone level, they've compared it to a 70-year-old in 1960. Serious, the testosterone level of a 20-year-old now, Gen Z, is that of what? A 70-year-old in the 1960s and 70s. That is very bad. That is very bad. That's why this time you will see them, their voices are not deep enough. They are all speaking like women. They are on TikTok doing cross-dressing in the name of catching crews. Before you realize, no, zru, like joke. They've all become feminized because there are microplastics everywhere, which are being found in our testicles. Microplastics everywhere. And less meat is being eaten by them. More soya, more processed seeds. So all the men, they have become weak. Now, Apocalypto, look at how strong they are during those days. They are trying to portray and tell you how strong they were. Look at how they are. Our ancestors went through harsh weather conditions. They went through serious. They were being chased by wild animals or by an opponent, a tribe, an ethnic gang war, tribal war. They have to be strong. This time we are so comfortable. We don't do nothing. And we don't eat the right food. That will increase our T level, our confidence. And that's why 20-year-old is getting bald. Very sad. I'm available for video call services. DM me for cool price. You're advertising here. Okay. Please, is it okay to live without putting any pomade on our skin and face? Of course, I don't. Do you think I put something on my face and skin? No, I don't. I use my own urine. I use my own urine. I have urine which is 10 years ago. I have 15 years ago urine. 6 months, 7 months, 10 months, 1 year. Plenty. Me urine, Ghana must go back. You can use it for your hair, shampoo. So we give thanks, every time. Yes, lovely family. And so therefore, we catch up another time. Do remember that truth is an experience. One love to the culture. You know what I mean? Be balanced every time. Be balanced. Nti no kura no na maka achire mo no double standard. And nti na manfo ebre no because ye na nanu nim dadaada. Me pese me mamo experiment bi. Wo a wo pese wo te aboane. Ukon realm. Now we are very, very sensitive. Me chile mo what spirituality really means. Sensitive. Now to me say what aboa ene se mboa ekasa. Omo be ka omo be yo omo sound no ba wo be te ne kasa no. Be on what? Raw animal. Me chire mo apono. Apono yana me de mamo no. Se eye otwe. Obetumi akopie mu wo sunyani baby. Ana baby a omo hunters wo ho. And live on either otwe, raw or akrantie or one sign. Any bush meat, they are all soft. As a matter of fact, akrantie is very soft. Very, very, very soft. Even when it's cooked crab, why very, very soft. That's why many people love to put it on fire so that they can smoke it to be dry. Live on that. Just live on that for a month. Na konremu na hwe senses. Your senses will be heightened. All your senses will be heightened, including your intuition. You will hear everything loud and clear. Because of that, Argentina, whatever that they did, it is not happening again. Argentina, now herbalists are not sensitive to plants. Now they cannot hear nothing. Argentina, and now the whatever they call them, the hunters cannot hear nothing because the hunters nankasa right now no they are on sugar. The hunters on nankasa no okumumwano no on cotton on farmer akraka. Into nankasa crap no they don't know the importance. I am showing you the things that were there that you are not experiencing anymore. But me, I experience. This is why the Native Americans, they were able to do what? Hear when enemy is coming. They were able to do what? Speak with animals. Enye bibi jujubi. No. Because they were on raw primal. They kill buffalo, they kill bison, they eat them raw. And then they keep the bones, they eat the marrow, they hang the bones. And then when it dries, they pound the bones into powder and then they use it also. We have no idea what we have lost. And until great stories now it's not happening. People are not so-called spiritual people cannot, you know what I mean? But we don't ask questions because they are deficient. And when you are deficient, then you start to create angels. When you become deficient, you create angels. Hey, me bofo ni you know what to need. Bofo will be anti be that from 1980. All of a sudden, what to bofo din? Will be anti bofo ni dinda. All of a sudden, 2020, ya two bofo din. Bofo Google bofo Google nkwa. Will be anti be that. That is a buffer and say, Anna, you're creating. Joker's nightclub all over Ghana. Joker's nightclubs. Me say, I will make all the spiritual people feel stupid in Ghana. They will all feel stupid. They will realize that they don't know nothing at all. One by one. Telling them, catch them that from last year. Once I hear no, all of them will fall. They will mess up. Baby ancestor meko. Ade ancestor meka ma be kan wo public. Then they will mess up. No mo ebu mo anim ase. Nti mon time kutu. Na mon ye den, mon follow me. You understand? I can't wait to go to Amejope to organize some bush meats and stuff like that. You understand? Fresh one and run things. You know what I mean? Yes, we give thanks. One love. Highly. Raw. Raw option. Don't know. Fresh one. Hunter ninya pamfambra. Raw option. Proper. Or we grass, proper grass. Or we quality. Quality grass, proper grass. Medicinal. When I say chusu. You understand? Using the gut. Doing lot of things. Sure. Personal making. Now, no, benya. Akrantie kife. Sure. Akrantie kife. Ubenya. Uni baby I pese kono. Akrantie kife pa. Or drink kife. We don't smoke. It's not good. The lungs must not be choked. Akrantie cheese. Akrantie cheese pa. Nice one. You have to create things. So many things. Everything is about bacteria. And anything na kwe ufo no di akrantie bi ni no. Enso na ente masse. Yes, real. So everything is about bacteria. Na Indian for no mundi na ntwe bi. Amo mfa anye tablet. Enya Ghana na mote na obi ko fa na ntwe bi beto ma amo. Nentwe bi ye ko fa nentwe bi beto ma amo. Tablet. Pills, nentwe tablet. Ni bi tablet. Enso na nentwe bebre egu Ghana. Kasi Indian de pe na correct. Cow urine, e ko fa junso, nentwe junso nyina beton ma amo. Enso nentwe junso bebre wo Ghana, nice ones. Religion kwa manipulation, mind games. The dada mo. Nentwe bebre e wo Ghana ha. Kopeni junso ferment junso no maninsi onche. Na fama obi o kidney issue. Na hwe se on junso purify. Na tata nyina beko. Na kire mu ade ama mankasa mu say yes, free. Who sika so na wato a product. Who ni sika so a teachings no. Na practice. That's all. Manipulation kwa mind games. So they will never like me because I teach too much for free. Yeah, the poor is for income. I earn today we are no groups na mo the collection you know I feel way end of the year collections end of the year and so Obia life in transform here. I'm going to transform life in a pen, no matter topics, no more cano. No more than a political. Won't say another be a normal by no more the emotion for political vibes and in some niama. Topics and so modium who remu, no modium who remu, no more face in Mugwasi. You know, we don't deal with entertainment and stuff like that, and political vibes. I can tell you who will win, but I will not tell you because I won't hear me. Because none of them are important to me. None of them are important to me. What is most important to me is to see everybody living healthy and living in love and no fear. Become your own God because you are a spark, part and particle of the supreme intelligence. You have to become one with the one. No fears. Mun creating yama, mamun shro wild. It's all about the bacteria. Sanity. So we give thanks, Uko London, Uko Switzerland, Scandinavia for muna, Uko Germany in Yama, Amu cheese festival in Yama, especially Swiss, the apes of the mountain Swiss, Amu festivals during the summertime. Cheese festival. Cheese I did 20 years. Cheese aged cheese. Ache every 10 years. Obia the need there to come and showcase cheese, serious ones. Microbes no womu. To yemu ya wo ya ukaba kuna wika krebe na fixe wo yemu. Dozens wo yema wo di cheese na capture. Powerful. So make use of cheese. Mwa brochire no. Mundi cheese in pa. Look for cheese. Sheep cheese. Raw sheep cheese. Raw goat cheese. You understand? Look for those ones. Raw. Aged one. Also open ya chepa. Aged one. If you only a throw 10 to 12 months. So utilize it. And then man won't effect come out. So we give thanks. I say to be honest with you, your page is for chosen ones. Yeah, it's not for the weak heart. That's why I don't force people to share. I don't force people to tell you to share. Use 1 hour to talk. Moon share, no. My teachings are not for kids. They are not for kids. For 40-year-old people, but their minds are small. For 50-year-old people whose minds are small, feeble minds. My teachings are not for kids. It's heavyweight. As a matter of fact, super heavyweight teachings. And young quality teachings. Into me for so be. Ona mwana one day ube share. Na kanwa kuma na wo time say me na mejewa and one you will stick. Say me hwe nyina me hwe numbers no. Me hwe nipa ko a we free mu ne niama. Obi wo no ma obehwe ya ohum ya wasi wana nie. Wana nie pa na okọ. Ne mre nson ye. Into obe scroll no okọ. Nya ne mre aso no. O say no, what an aura. Pa ma mentie no kakra bi na menhwe se o kanya nsasema na ache no. Nti saa na tie nti yenforce obi. Yenforce there be obia mrebe so mo amwa ha nyina no some time ago mo so no na mo ekuo different mu na ye di musika na mo di gare banche ni niama mo di banche mo be fa banche More than it, banking exporters. More exported banking, educo Europe. Because Muli Ghana say banking, yeah, pa. Ntinamu di banking, namu ni ifra. Banking Exporters Association of Ghana. Munya mu discover banking kra ye dwa. E was supermarket na ye dwa banking no na ye ton. Ko nie. Mamba nka ma da ne mmoa o. Kaba this time no even da ne mpreko mu di banking no. Ko nie. E manipulate mo. Se mo ni fura wia bibia e be kan kire mo bia no mo betie. Mauli, we give thanks. Anyway, one love, yeah? One love. Koni, we give thanks, yeah? Jaliv, Mauli. We are God's property, you know, Mauto. Everything will be all right. Blessed love. Yes, yeah, Pakofi, one love, you know. Please, the sunbathing seems impossible in the UAE because 39 degrees to 40 degrees. No, you have to eat a lot of fat. I'll come there. Me ya tama me twa me ticket no. Nanka me ko China no nanka na me nim say ticket yet me no multi something. Nanka o say me twa say me spend 1 week and I say 3 days be wo if anything UAE on me. Nanka me prove akere mo. Me ye grounding wo mo ahwe anum. Ka me grounding wo mo ahwe anum 39 degrees. Na my sunbathing me dey akere mo. You're supposed to eat a lot of fat. More on no. Internet mo yare no. The fat no say mudi searching fat no. Say mudi fat no. Mo to lamb na mudi lamb no raw meat ni niama. So now you can do what? You can do what? Offer yourself to the sun. But if you don't eat raw meat, you can't offer yourself to Ra. Ra is gonna burn you. Ra is gonna burn you. You need to offer yourself with a lot of fat. So undi oils or seed oils ne nyama emo ne nyama na mudi wo ho. UAE emo nko na mudi. Ti wudi emo na wo na mawia no so a ohun be dare. Thank you very much. Bakofi, one love, yeah. The sun is not too much. Nothing is too much. Texas no, na Texas is where. My student was Texas, or yes, sunbathing, 40 degrees. But we are not in Suato. I'll tell you, if you want to make rain fall, eat a lot of fat. Chaka, fat, a lot. Butter, more. Jaramudi, the raw meat. We are going to sunbathing. You are the one that's supposed to do the offering, the sacrifice. When I hear Elijah, no. But Elijah is higher self. So once you become that, then you can call upon rainfall. In Sweden, they are harder that. You are not the one who created water. Water is already there. But you have to melt it. Mr. Juriculture said, Nancy, one man so to Austria now. It's simple. Until you are with me. Until you are with me. When you are with me, then you will know that I'm the rainmaker. Not that I created rain, but the water is already there. So you need to what? Raise the fire within you. So then there will be what? Evaporation. And then there will be condensation. Then there will be precipitation. This is simple science. Because you are one with the sun. That's why we do initiations and stuff like that. aduane a wobɛdi there was fasting a wobɛyɛ ne nneɛma woyɛ saa fasting no a within 3 days no a wobɛhu sɛ nsuo no bɛtɔ ɛyɛ normal wontumi yɛ fasting nso a yɛwɔ aduane no nso side. These are the things that we were teaching in ancient Egypt. And yanom Emma Greek for his course no. I'm best saying they sacrifice in India. I'm forget about the inner works, You understand? The external works, I'm forget about it. I'm start so I'm then human sacrifices and stuff. And when they apocalypto no munti asia na. Monkɔhwɛ apocalypto ni biom. Omo ye bechi omo village no, e dey call ye no. Jaguar and family no, they were righteous people who were living in harmony in their villages. All they do is to have elders wake up, then they go for hunting. That's all. They don't worship nothing. They are one with nature. And then these people, power seekers, who are seeking for power, who think that the more they sacrifice, then the more, the sun god will hear them, which is wrong. And they came to what? Capture these people, because they know that these people have good bloodline. So they have to capture them to go and use them. Because when we get people like Jaguar, bloodline in Sankoforma, when we sacrifice to the sun god, on the temples, then the sun god is going to hear them. Those temples, those pyramids were not built for sacrifices. They were built for different purposes. For generating fire, electricity, so many things. They were built for different matter. But people started to do all this dark magic. That is the same thing that happened in all civilizations and their own theorem can be from, ancient Egyptian civilization, Persia civilization, every civilization be a collapse is as a result of that magic. It's as a result. They are thinking that when they do these sacrifices, they will have power. It's all lies. The power is within. Into Jaguar Chrom say 2 million wonimu. Interne papa catcher and say Mamonsuru. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Don't entertain that fear. At all. Fear is sickness. Unko just a movie in the Apocalypto. Fear is sickness. Men fast have fear way and co village war. Men's rook. Yeah, men's rook. So I am teaching you how not to be afraid. How to be one with the one. How to see that you are one with the universe. When it happens like that, you can control the weather if you want. Anytime you go into the forest, say they are leaning towards you and all those things. You can see, say in Framano, I say I increase it because of you. You can see, waves no, no, baby awujina no crowd, afe no, or baba, baby awujina no more. But before no, nenya hone because of you, baba. Tomorrow is my 3rd day on preparing. I'm preparing for rain tomorrow. So we give thanks. You understand? So you have to offer yourself. Either through diet or through fasting. So you have to be the burning man. The burning man. Because we are initiates of the flame. So this is the bad things that we did. Yes, say the whole spirituality, when it focuses on the human body, then you focus on the external. Yes, say bibia, Yeah, they say grease for no way no be fry. Ne say bibia ko ye no mbe wo ye. Ne say bibia. Then we started losing our power. So the purpose of the pyramids, we lost it. And finally, they came, chase us. And then we have to come to a friend is saying West Africa, Central, yeah, ba so no, yeah, this has to buy no by afi yan kasa yeah kun, yan the because we know, say this tribe, sanko for we mu na mu betray, mu na mu yes, a whole lot. But I will not go there because me can't a better say I'm being tribalistic. No, even some of them, it's my own. My own. My own. But it's all right. I can't want them. And the American say, it's okay. Let us work together. Let us wake up. Let us be upright. Now you emphasize spookism, you know. And nananum is in you. You are the DNA. You are carrying their genes. They are in you. Nananum is in you. Activate them. Activate them. Yet ha nananum ya say your forest now with galam saying nananum ya say bibia ye ni nsuo in the mba ewo yes some your bio some boy you say I don't know how to mention some boy you say whatever say nkwala ya wo mo ni hwene ebi ni nsa ebi ni nan ebi so sebe omo ni aso ni niama all because of what pollution in Western region. Some boy, they have destroyed the waters. And so no man can or traditional people or and they are the ones who gave the land. And then anonymous so-called were there. They were watching if it is even real. If it is real that there is a so-called something called Nananum in the waters who are sitting down and watching. Where Jimmy eti nsuo mu abosom ti nsuo mu na ye de mercury egum na otimu because obi aka kire o say abosom bi ti nsuo no mu de wo so agi atom wo so ko dware a udware a ne ahu a ya ahwea eni nsuo eni fishes enso ye ka kire o say obi tim na say obi tim ampa na ho ye ni fi a obepene ama chairman muntumi akosai never. Eye mmra no. Nti enye mmra no na ache no a. Enye mmra no na deal with such people that is going to be the end. You see how it is. Into China, and can say, Chinese for na Buddhism, na Taoism, na say intino. Ye bet na say ye be use Taoism, ye be use there be. They created rules, laws to arrest people who are corrupt and hang them so that it will deter those who want to do. No joke. That's what is happening in China. To the point that they even reward people with honesty. They have institutions that reward honest companies. Honest. Award for rewarding people who are honest. Yes, shemra. Because onipa that's an in a complex. On this abua adwene no enye complex ono no one nye kire no ano nwura na yeso onwene no ano owe onye confuse ye no ano owe ground na yeso onyene no ano owe aboa bia ni wono ma obekọ Accra Mall so kwa photo shoot on drink sa aboa bia ni wo onipa dasani ya adwene yeso complex nti ye wo hono ma na ye wie fie ho na ye wie fie ho say ya nom dwon soda na ye wie fie ho say ya di raw meat da ye nkwada brem ye wie fie ho say ya da fom da and it was gold ye wie fie ho say da ye da fom no da bia ye da mpo ano no ye da deep pa na da ya esum ye wie fie ho ye wie fie ho we have a complex brain and so therefore always there need to be a what a messenger There need to be somebody to come and remind us of the very things that we already know. So I'm not teaching something different. All the things I'm teaching is something that you and I, yenim dada, but we efi into me ba be kai mo. Enye me nkyerɛkyerɛ no no. Yasuma me say me be kai mo. So I'm just coming to remind you again. That's all. Because I reminded myself. 29 years almost now on the path, and I'm using it, and you can see the results. And so I'm also reminding you, no fears. My friend in the him on say, see, boys now prove actual young boys no approve actual say they don't have nothing. They are born in no and can't be nothing. Who say will be yare or say we are a one or yare or yare na baby or one yare. That's all or yare. Because we are deficient. One kasa no na ta or yare. So ekushia akwa say obi o ekwa insane. Ekwa insane that one kasa no liver problem ne niama na o twemu na odidi watem ne niama wo so wan konya abotra ama no na ukwohwe na sum kakra bi a oye ne say eno ano 3 days time 4 days time no yesi akwa na ewu na yesi wu na ukun. That is what is happening most in our communities. Some people are sick already. And so oni obi konya ntokwa kakra bi. Ndi say oni nipa no na ebo ni dua. When I watch all these programs on television, I just we have a long way to go. A long way to go. Nanka leaders in yom komo ewu. Na woni mu duabo a ya bo na nado. Duabo a ya bo mahama. Nanka mu nyom ewu. Duabo a manfo akọ ebi mo kra to make a party office in front of offices e na omo bodua. We give thanks, yeah? One love. Do remember that. I love you all. Namaste. Give thanks. One. Bless, yeah?